Right, I have everything set up.
Yeah, let me just make sure. I need to turn down the notifications on Discord so it doesn't bother us.
Yeah, just doesn't it have like a automatic thing where Discord knows that you're using Streamlabs?
It might.
I guess it doesn't if people did hear your notifications
I'm sure it has that
during the
setting.
stream.
I just don't have it set. That wouldn't surprise me.
Okay. So how long are we waiting? Like 5 minutes or something?
Yeah, I usually wait a couple minutes just till like I see some people show up at least.
Well, I guess I can also suggest, like, if you don't want to play Gargoyle Earth Elementalist for some reason, well, I guess you've written it in the title now, but Human and any decent book start is pretty good too. You can also play Ice Elementalist. That's like the patented Sergei combo. He
Really,
had a
he likes Ice Elementalist?
well, I wouldn't say patented, but it's like he did it once with Sif, and the thing is, I don't think people were really using Sif that much in Turncount in that period of time. I'm not thinking about stuff like Elliptic's Mummy, for example. That was way in the past, and Sif was very different back then. But I don't think Sif was used that much in, like, this was maybe 4 years ago or something. I don't remember exactly. So to me, that's like Sergei's combo, the gargoyle of Sif.
I'm surprised that Ice Elementalist was a pick because I don't find, like, obviously it's a good start, but I don't find, like, are the spells that efficient? Because you can't move when Ramparts is up for turn count.
That's true, but it does kill monsters very quickly, and it's very MP efficient.
Yeah.
One of the things you'll notice is that, well, I think generally over the course of the game, HP regen is probably a bit more important than MP regen, but MP regen is still a big throttle to what you are able to do. If you use a lot of MP in a fight, then because you're probably not wanting to rest, you're just going to have to walk around and explore, and often it will not be very efficient sometimes. And then if you explore, you might find a monster, and then you have to use less efficient ways to kill it, etc. And then you lose HP, and it can kind of spiral down. So MP efficiency is very important, and Ramparts is excellent at that. I do have some experience with Ice Elementalists, with Turncount. I think I've done like 2 Vinestalker Ice Elementalists because Charlie stole my the Vinestalker Ice Elementalists high score. Then I took it back, and then Sapphire just took it.
Well,
Now
yeah,
it's
that's
unbeatable.
that's kind of the end game for any high score.
I think that's one of the few Sapphire species high scores that isn't using Earth Elementalists too. So that's just like he probably did that on purpose.
Yes. One of my favorite things though is my old teammate Barry Knight is like a demigod specialist.
Oh
And
yeah.
he hunts down all the high scores, and there was a moment where Flug like just kept beating his
But you mean Sapphire?
Oh yeah, Safer, that's what I meant. Safer kept beating his demigod high score, but like Barry Knight has nothing else to do. He's so tenacious with demigod that he just kept retaking it, and eventually Safer gave up. Cuz like
That's funny.
yeah, Barry Knight's got like, I don't know, 12.
What is the species high score? It must be pretty good then, if both of them were going for it.
I don't know if I mean, this was a particular combo. Let me look real quick.
Okay, maybe it wasn't like the overall one. I see.
No, it's Safer. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Oh, this is an old one too. This is from 2022. I think this was a particular. It might have been one of the new backgrounds that they were fighting over.
Oh yeah, I see. Like Alchemist maybe, or something.
Alchemist or possibly Forge, right? I'm not sure. They say Flug is about
Okay.
10% louder. I can lower it a bit.
Yeah, you can just lower the master audio and like what you lowered it before. So that should work.
Okay. Yeah, I lowered it a couple decibels. We'll see if that's better.
Yeah, let's just test that. Yeah, 22k turns for demigod. That's pretty good. Because I mean, you don't get the Jiva region or anything like that.
Actually,
So you're just stuck without a god. But yeah, if you want to start, then I'm ready.
yeah, I'm gonna start in a minute.
Okay.
We can get going. All right, we're gonna go. Yeah, maybe it was Alchemist. Just looking at this.
Alchemist is also pretty good if you want to use another background than Earth Elementalist. Although I think Gargoyle has a bad alchemy apt.
I don't know. 42k turns doesn't seem wonderful, but Demigod. I don't know if that's good for Demigod, maybe. But all right, yeah, let's get started. All right, y'all. Today we're doing something different. I'm gonna start trying to get better at 15 rune high score, and I'm taking Leechy's advice to do a Gargoyle Earth Elementalist of Sif probably. If it doesn't work out, I'm not against trying other things, but we'll try this a bit. And I've got Flugkiller co-piloting to help.
Hello? Yeah, I know a bit of Turncount. Maybe not that much more than Particle Face, but I hope
I hope
I will
so.
provide some meaningful commentary. All right.
Oh,
Well, you probably want to just. Oh, do you want to change the tile?
I do want to change the
your
tile.
character?
This will bother me. Yeah, give me 1 second. I gotta go change this tile. Okay. All right. So
Cool.
I don't know about you. My first inclination is probably to grab like a fighting, just because. But maybe in turn count, it's different. Maybe you have less time to mess around. But you know,
I would say just train Earth magic for now, like to.
just to make it
Well,
stronger.
it depends. Yeah, I think you want Sandblast to be very strong because you will need to dive a bit in the early game, and then it's more important that you actually kill things
Okay.
in time.
Okay, that
Uh,
makes sense.
you want some fighting, but generally, well, I think you can get away with training a bit of fighting too. It's not like that important. It just means that it will be a bit slower. It might be a bit safer, but it will be a bit slower.
Yeah, it probably doesn't matter to be safer because yeah, I mean, I do it just because the cost is like less than a third of Earth, but it might not matter on this type of run.
You will train fighting soon enough, but just right now, I think it's better to go for Earth Magic.
Okay. So yeah, so I'm gonna set Earth at 5. What's up, Zeldest? Welcome. And yeah, I assume I'm gonna grab this. So
Yeah, one thing I do want to say first is that ideally you would turn off auto pickup and just do everything manually, but I think it's not really necessary if you're going for the 20 to 25k range.
okay.
Although the one exception is you do want to turn off auto pickup for gold eventually. You absolutely want to do that.
Okay. Well, I'll definitely do that at some point.
Yeah, if we get that far.
Right. Yeah, hopefully we do. So I presume you just don't rest at all.
No, you don't press 5 ever. If you need to rest, then you should be bread swinging. Heavy weapons are good to look out for that. Partisans are good now that they exist. So if you have a shield, you can actually use a pretty slow weapon. launchers like arbalists are really good because you can use them to start hitting monsters at a range that's longer than sandblasts, and then at the same time you're making it take less time for them to approach. But you can also use that to bread swing. So keep a lookout for that. Yeah, I would say here you want to go down the staircase. Ignore the gold pile there and just go down.
Oh, oh wow, you really just say.
Yeah, you need to dive a bit. Okay, don't think we can use any of these spells.
You still pick up consumables and stuff, right? Or no?
You do. I mean, you could also argue that you should quaff/read ID stuff from the ground, but I think you can get away with not doing that.
Oh,
I think Sappher would tell you to.
You quaff read ID one-ofs that are on the ground?
Yeah, it depends. I mean, I guess sometimes you can, but yeah, you would do it on one-offs. Sometimes you would do it mid-fight if you want to be efficient in that sense. I'm not sure exactly if there's a hard and cut rule for that, but
that's amazing. Yeah, I knew like there has to be crazy stuff that he's doing to get these low scores. Like,
it really depends on the species too, because I mean, I think Sappher usually just read IDs everything to get acquirement, and then he stops picking up scrolls. Pretty much, I think it's only potions that he cares about after that. But that was on the Meteoran, so you can get away with that when the species is so strong and you have Explorer heal, right?
And so he's basically just not using consumables then, right?
Well, he does because he still picks up potions, but
I mean, he's not like using teleport or blink, or is he only like he's only picking up?
I guess he does have some of them, but yeah, I haven't really watched his run that closely, but I do remember that he does kind of stop caring about scrolls after a certain point. Also, I would pick up a weapon. It might seem like it's not turn efficient, but you do want to.
Yeah, I picked
care
up
about
MP
this as a resource,
which is I assume this rapier is halfway decent for where I am.
Yeah, no, it's very good.
Okay, so do you go straight down here?
It's a good question. I think I would go and try to get the scroll and then go down and try to kill the endoplasm with just your rapier.
Oh, you said with the rapier?
Yeah, but that's fine. Whatever. Let's just go down. Yeah, ignore the bat.
Okay, we got a sewer. I assume that like although you probably don't search for them, that like these portals are pretty good to find, right? Because they're so condensed with stuff, or no?
So it depends on the layout. First of all, I'm not very good at identifying exactly which ones take a lot of time. Even though you do get consumables there, it can often be a waste of time to go there because you have to like go around these very long pathways. Even if you have pass wall, for example, you should memorize that as soon as.
Ooh, that's gotta be good.
I would put that on.
Yeah, that is. Yeah, regen of any kind is got to be good, right?
It is a little bit risky, but keep in mind, still just a 1% chance of it proccing on damage. So I think you'll be fine with this.
Yeah, I would. Fine. I would assume that anything like regen just goes way up in value on this run.
You're taking other risks anyway. Let's put it that way. So
right. So here, do you? I mean, I would pick all this stuff up, right? Like the gold and the.
Yeah, I would pick up. Yeah, I would pick up everything.
Do you just not go for gold when it's like way out of the way or something?
I think so, because maybe you just get like 5 gold pieces for what might be like 10 turns or something, and that doesn't sound very like a good deal, right? Because it stacks up for the entire run if you keep making those decisions. And it's also like if you're just playing in for the purpose of just trying to fish for acquirement, then often the acquirement you will end up doing is for gold. And then that's your main gold source. But that would also mean that you have to reset a bunch because acquirement's rare, right? So
Right. So like here though, like when it's like, oh, there's the like when
yeah.
it's on.
Anyway, about the sewer,
Yeah.
I just wanted to say one thing. I think Sappher has told me that he usually only goes for the Jiva sewers. So if he knows that it's the Jiva sewer, he's going to go for it. But I'm not totally certain about this.
How does he? There's an indication of that from the outside.
I think you just recognize which sewer it is when you go. I mean, you'd go in the sewer and check, and then if it's the Jiva sewer, or if it's not a good sewer, then you just go outside,
Oh,
go out
gotcha.
again.
The old good sewer.
But yeah, I don't have a great idea of which ones are good and which ones aren't. So, but I have noticed that when I've just gone into any sewer or any ossuary, that it sometimes has been a waste of time.
So at this point, like I'm at level 3, but Stone Arrow isn't that great because I only have 6 MP.
Right, that's another thing I want to mention. Uh, this is also going by what I understand from Sappher, is that he usually doesn't use Stone Arrow almost at all in even dungeon. Although I think it's good against stuff like Orc Warriors, but I would not train conjurations if that's what you're thinking about. I would just try mainly still train Earth Magic, spellcasting, maybe a little bit of
Yeah.
fighting.
No, I wasn't. I was thinking that was a reason not to go Stone Arrow, but I was thinking here I probably grab a spell casting just for the MP. Do you disagree with that?
No, that's not a bad idea. You do want MP. That's true.
What do you think about like? Do you pick up sling to have like another range option, or is it really not something that's a big
Hmm.
deal?
I'm unsure how much it matters. I
It
mean, you're
probably
still gonna
doesn't.
have to switch to the weapon and then fire it, and then yeah, you maybe don't do that much damage.
Okay, Ring of Flight, not great.
Oh yeah, that's another thing. If you don't have like a heavy weapon, you can just walk back and forth in water too, instead of resting.
Yeah, that is something I've done in
Like
previous
I'm sure
runs.
you know it. It's just something that you might not think about.
Yeah, no, please feel free to just assume I don't know anything. And
Yeah, I hope I'm not too overbearing with
no,
my
not at all. Like
commentary.
I prefer you just say
Okay,
everything.
yeah. So in this case, I think this would be a waste of time, but you can do it anyway because I'm not sure. Let's just do it anyway. But I do think that this is one of those sewers that you would skip. But let's see. I could be wrong.
No, I don't. I mean, I don't think this is. I'd be surprised if Slime Sewer even can spawn on. What am I on D3?
Oh, but I mean, also not just about if you get Jiva or not, but just like how long it takes for you to get to the loot in terms of turns.
Right.
Because if it takes like 200 turns or something, then that's quite a lot. If you just look at, I can say already that you probably want to aim to get to Lair at like between 2K and 3K turns. I mean, obviously, you want to have lower if you can, as long as your character's strong, but I think that's the realistic turn span that you're going to aim for. So 200 turns or whatever, that's quite a big chunk of that time, even if you do get a bit of loot and XP.
Okay. Um. Here, I'm inclined to grab fighting. It just seems like so much cheaper than everything else to just grab a level of
You
fighting.
can do that, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I
I
feel like
think
if
I
I'm
would
killing a.
still train more Earth Magic, but
Yeah.
honestly, I don't know exactly what you're supposed to train. I just know that you do want to have Sandblasts as powerful as possible as soon as possible because
Yeah, that makes sense.
I mean, if you meet an ogre or something, then often, unless you want to waste a lot of time just going back up and trying to find another downstairs, you're probably going to have to engage with it. And then I mean, if your sandblast isn't good enough, then you just die. So
Yeah, that makes sense to me. If you know, if stone arrow isn't a thing, really, like that you
I
would.
mean, you still want to memorize it and use it sometimes, but it's not as relevant as it would be in a normal game.
Right, yeah, because it's a good
Uh,
spell, but it's very inefficient. So
yeah, and this might be surprising, but I think Boulder is pretty good,
that is
even in
surprising.
this case.
That is
Uh,
surprising to me. But Doom and
yeah.
Clath would be thrilled.
No, I've used it and been positively surprised, even in regular games. But that's
Yeah,
that's an
I've used it
aside.
in regular games, but I'm surprised to hear that it's efficient in turn count. Yeah, I could see how
It's
this.
more that it's more that it can deal with some situations that are. I wouldn't say it's MP efficient necessarily, but it's more that it's what's it called? It will help you because you don't have the freedom to reset fights in the same way.
But I could see how
And it still
this.
does pretty okay damage in like open spaces too. So,
I was gonna say I could
oh
see how
yeah,
this
this is the one with
sewer,
the frogs, right?
um, like how this sewer could be inefficient because I think it did take probably at least 150 turns. Let me see.
Yeah, you can see that you have like if you just compare it to a regular floor, yeah, exactly. I mean, even more than that.
But if this is a regen amulet,
Zeldist, I think you could say that, but also
oh, there we
if you
go.
fight something and then it starts to get uncontrollable, then I know I said that you don't want to reset too much, but it does mean that you can kind of get out of there sometimes. Uh, I actually tried a bit yesterday and I died, but I did try yesterday just to like refresh my memory on how to do this stuff. And yeah, no, it was very useful in a fight that I had against like two-headed ogres and a white pack on like D9 or something. And then I used it and it did quite a bit of damage to the two-headed ogres, and it was just enough so that I didn't have to take a bunch of damage in melee from those guys before they died.
I found MP regen, which is like pretty decent, I think.
Yeah, I
Um,
mean this is pretty good loot so far. I
I'm gonna
think
read
it's not
ID
that
these
bad at all.
two ofs, I think. Um, and then after that, assuming I don't get teleport, do you usually
Yeah, I think that's fine.
stairs
Sorry
until
for
you?
interrupting you.
No, that's okay. Do you usually take the stairs before you hit temple at least?
Yeah, I would go downstairs here. I mean, uh, right. I wanted to say something about a rule of thumb. I would say if you look at your Excel, you don't want to be. Well, ideally, you want to be at most one higher than the dungeon level that you're on. But of course, you're going to break this rule. I mean, you already have done that because you went into the sewer, which makes sense. And you're probably going to be a bit over leveled now because of this. But all it means that is that you can dive a bit more than you normally would.
Wow.
Okay.
Do you find I want to ask, do you take like D1 through 3, do you also take I assume you also take hatches when you find them?
That's a good question because I have done it, but honestly, I think that's more in the realm of like what you would have to do to get the Sapphire runs.
Right.
I
Th-
think for the purposes of what you want to do, then I would just ignore it. Unless your character is very strong. But
right, right.
that's almost never going to be the case in early D, right? So
This situation seems untenable to me. Like I don't
yeah,
see
I
it.
don't think you can fight this safely
Yeah.
because
There's no way to do
I mean, how
this.
are we going to kill Devessa? I don't know how you're going to kill
No.
Devessa. You don't have
Duvessa,
evocables yet.
even if
You would
Duvessa,
have to.
like I was going to say even if
Sorry.
Duvessa was up front, I think I don't think this would be possible. Maybe.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't do it because the thing is like it's not like turn counts a completely different game. It's this, the same
Yeah.
rules still apply.
Yeah, this is just. I mean, just seems impossible. So I can
I mean,
go.
if you sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say I can go northeast because that's where the stairs are, and also check out the altars. Maybe I get lucky.
I think that's the one that has Ellie and Ired, right? Because it looks like a yin yang symbol.
Oh,
So I
okay,
don't think Sif is any one of them,
that's true.
but
So
I could be wrong.
you don't take the hatch though, right? You said usually or
No, no, don't take the hatch. I don't think it's worth it. I mean, what if you get hatched into a situation like that one? Then
yeah,
you just have to read ID and hope you get something good. That's the one thing I wanted to say though, is that I think if you really wanted to push it, then you would have still fought and tried to read ID poison or emo or something like that, and then tried to make the best of that situation. But yeah, I think let's not do that. It's not going to be fun if you have to die or the game like 50 times before you get a decent run going. So even if it means it's a bit slower, then
yeah. I mean, I don't know. I feel like the percentage of taking Darwin Duvessa when Darwin is up front in that situation, I mean, it might be like 5% or
yeah,
lower.
it's pretty bad.
Yeah, Zeldest.
Yeah,
I'm going Sif. It's like it's what Lychee suggested, and Flug confirmed. It's pretty good, like for turn count. So we'll give it a shot. I need to get out of the habit. I have
yeah.
so much.
I do want to say I don't have a finished run with it, so maybe maybe I'm not the best person to ask, but you can trust both Litsi and Sergey for like it definitely works. They've made it work, and it seems pretty solid.
It's pretty funny how I think we've mentioned like 3 or 4 other players, and every single one of them we pronounce differently, and I'm sure I'm wrong.
I don't know if I'm right either.
Yeah, there's no way I'm right. There's no way that it's Lychee, Sergi, and what's
I
the
don't
other?
know how you pronounce Safer, Safer. I've heard both, so
Yeah, I say
uh,
safer. That one maybe I'm the most confident on. The
okay.
Sergi is probably not right. So here, this is what I wanted to ask. I want to ask you just in general on
Yeah,
turn count runs. Like this obviously is gonna there's gonna be like more nulls behind this. So
yeah.
like usually when you don't care about turn count, you lure like 1 or 2 of these guys away and you kill them and all that. In turn count, do you act like a noob and just barrel in to save turns, or do you wait at all for stuff to come toward you?
It's something in between that. I would say, like, if it was a centaur, for example, then you would have to wait around a corner. It's just you would lose so much health that it would lose turns on average.
Mm-hmm.
In this case, I would just funnel them into the corridor and maybe not necessarily try to like, okay, you kill 2 of them, then reset, and then you kill 2 again. But you probably have to figure out a way to kill the entire null pack in one fight. Now this is on D4, so I'm assuming there's going to be the Buddha or whatever.
Yeah, it's
I
gonna be a
also don't know how to
Buddha.
pronounce that.
It wouldn't surprise. I call him Buddha. It wouldn't surprise me if there was like one with a net, like or something like that. Like
Yeah, and some guy with a pole arm. So I mean, it's still a precarious situation. You
like
only have 29 max HP, even as a
yeah.
gargoyle. That's.
I
But I
shouldn't.
think you would have to start this fight, but at least try to. I think it's fine to like shout or something and then go into the corridor or go into the southern corridor if you want to do that.
Hmm. Oh, like yeah. I was because that's
What
what I was.
what consumables do you have?
I was thinking like I probably just if anything I go south and start it from there. So at least I'm in the corridor. But consumables, all I
Yeah.
have is the magic pot.
Also, I would mid fight when they're approaching, I would read enchant weapon on the rapier because you will find a better weapon, but at least yeah, that's a good point, Zeldis. I think this is better than it normally would be.
That's true. So I think I think what I'm gonna do is maybe like move south through the corridor. I'll move southeast, enchant rapier southwest toward these guys, and then start the fight. Does that seem reasonable?
Um,
Or is it just like is it
I
bad?
think you
Maybe
can just go south and enchant the rapier because they're gonna take some time to approach you anyway. So you might as well take that turn that you would otherwise do nothing on, and then enchant the rapier, right? But
oh
I mean,
you mean move
it's not a big deal. It's like 1 to 3 turns difference. It's
you
not
mean
gonna
like move
matter.
southwest first, or do you mean move south? Because I don't even know if south does south open up LOS. I guess it does.
No, I mean like I would just keep moving south, and when they notice you, then you can start reading instead of just doing it when they haven't noticed you yet. Because, uh, or are you planning on shouting turn 1, or what was the idea
Oh no, I
that you
thought.
had?
Well, I figured I could just if I move toward them, it speeds up the fight without having to use a turn shouting, right? Because I'm closer.
Yeah, but I mean, if you shout and then you move, then they move as well, right? So then that's like 2 moves in one.
Oh, they do move the turn I shout.
No, but I mean, over time, you're still gonna spend like what 5, 6 turns to get to a place that's in line of where you can start sandblasting, right? So that means that if you shout now, you're paying 1 turn, but uh, then if you keep moving for a few other turns, then that they're gonna catch up to what you would. I'm not sure if I'm explaining this well, but
You mean like
they
because
will move
shouting,
towards.
like shouting definitely makes them all move, whereas moving doesn't necessarily wake them up?
Yeah, exactly. Because if you walk down now, there's no guarantee that they're gonna wake up. So
Okay, that makes sense. So I think so. Shout, read, enchant weapon makes sense.
yeah, something like that. Okay, no net nulls so far.
Okay.
Yeah, and now you can like move into the corridor, I guess. Right. I wanted to also say, like Zelda mentioned, you do want pass wall, but even though you do have MP region, I think you don't have to worry too much about using it. You do want to use it early, but maybe not as much as you think, because you don't want to be half MP and then you pass wall into line of sight of some monsters, because then you're gonna lose a lot of time. Uh, like maybe it's not dangerous, but you will lose more time because the fight becomes worse.
Right, right.
Uh,
How many? I actually don't know this because it never comes up. But how many turns does it take to memorize a spell?
it takes spell level +1, if I remember correctly.
So 4 turns. So if I memorized it
I
here,
think that's 4 turns.
so if I
You could
memorize,
do that, but I think uh, I guess you could do that now. Yeah, that's actually not a bad.
I think this is fine.
Yeah, that's pretty good. I guess you just start sandblasting now.
I think I
Yeah,
moved.
go for the spear guy.
This is crazy.
Yeah, not something you would want to do in a normal game.
Yeah, this is like, man, can you imagine if somebody's watching this, like looking for guidance on how to like be tactical? Okay, this has to be moved back, right? Like even in turn
Yeah,
count?
yeah, just move back. HP is still a resource, if you want to put it that way. I guess that's the one uh, mentality that you have to also adopt, that HP isn't just like th- you the difference of you dying or not, but it's also like a resource, because uh, if you have a lot of HP and not a lot of MP, then you might be fine meleeing something, even if it means that you take damage, because you're going to have to wait for the MP anyway. Uh, but in this case, like you're almost full HP and almost full MP, so you want to avoid taking damage too, because otherwise it will take longer for you. It's the type of thing that I was talking about earlier, that it's a mistake that is going to cost you turns later on. Yeah, exactly. You spend everything to save turns.
Right, right. I assume. Do you pick up boomerangs?
I think it's fine. You can pick them up. I'm not sure how useful they'll be, but
Yeah, I mean, it gives you something to do when stuff is too far away, I guess.
yeah.
But so
And
when you hit
unlike
the
launchers, for example, you don't have to swap anything, right? Because it doesn't cost any turns to swap weapons or something like that. So throwables are fine in that sense.
right. So another thing I wanted to ask: Do you, when you come to, well, I have two questions. When you come to these staircases, right? Do you go up if you know it's an unseen one, just because you're seeing like a whole new line of sight full of stuff, like on D3?
Yes.
Because that's what I was doing.
That's exactly it. Yep.
Okay. See, this kind of thing always.
It's a very yeah.
I was gonna.
Sorry.
I always get pulled away by like, oh, I'll just pick up this consumable, and then I see another consumable. But I feel like if I don't get it, I never will.
What's that? Parchment.
Oh yeah, I can probably see what it is. It's awaken armor. I guess that's useless, right?
I think it's unlikely to be super useful, but it's not impossible.
That's how I feel about it even in normal games. So okay, this is Shay.
This is okay. I guess this wasn't the yin yang one. What's the other altar then? And yeah, Che would normally be good, but I think it's just to keep it consistent. I would not take Che, even if you would normally would do that.
Yeah, I would. I mean, I'm not a huge Shay enjoyer, if I'm being honest.
I think it would be also more difficult, like I said earlier. I think it's just easier to go for Sif and more forgiving.
So with not finding temple yet, do you still keep exploring D4, or do you like?
Yeah. So here's where you take precedence over the like Excel rule of thumb, or just like how strong you feel, because you can always just go back up staircases, right? Like we saw earlier. So I think I would just go down here and
just see what I see.
yeah, I wouldn't go down here. I think I would keep exploring D5, or at least check the other downstairs. Because it also depends on the level layout. I'm not super good on that. I know Sapphire has sometimes told me, "Oh, you should explore this level," when he's spectating me, because he knows that the level layout has like a few open rooms, so it's very efficient in terms of getting all the loot. But like this one's pretty bad if I remember correctly. This is oh yeah, reading Revelation for Temple, like Zeldas is asking. That's actually a good question, because the thing is, temple is one thing you do want to look for, but one thing that can be very painful to look for is orc and lair. So one of the best places to read Revelation is on D9, because that's where you can get both lair and orc. So you have maximized chances to get it. But at the same time, maybe it's fine to read Revelation now that you're looking for temple, just to make that process easier, so that you're not stuck being atheist on difficult floors.
But so you just
I can see an argument for it now. And the thing is, this floor layout I think is generally pretty, like, it takes a long time to traverse everything. So this would be a decent place to read it if you think that temple could be on this floor. But I would say,
how do you know? Like,
it's
I mean,
difficult.
is this not are less maps procedurally generated than I think they are? Because I'm terrible at like knowing maps. I didn't know that the maps were like something you could know like that.
Yeah, I mean, there must be some layouts that you kind of recognize. You know, the one I'm thinking about here is, yeah, exactly, Zeldust. I think I would do that. But the thing is, most Jiva runs, I guess. What do you mean? Do you mean like if you had already gotten Jiva in dungeon? Because usually you get Jiva in lair, right?
Yeah, I think
So,
that's what they're saying.
but I guess if you got Jiva in dungeon, then I would save it for D9. Yes,
I think
but
Zeldust is saying like they would read it with the idea to try to get to Lair to get to GV as quick as possible.
Okay. I don't think it's. I don't think that is specific to Jiva in that case. If you're just
Isn't it? It's kind of. It seems kind of like a Hail Mary to read the Rebel here because I mean Tempo could be on anywhere on D4 through 7. I mean it's
Yeah,
less likely,
and it's less likely to be on D4
right?
as far
Because
as
I've
we know.
searched some of
So
it.
yeah,
So I don't know. I guess I just move forward. Ooh, there's a
yeah.
wand.
Oh, very nice. Yeah, ones are very good.
Yeah, I'll
I mean,
swing.
they are in regular games, but especially here. Okay, I would suggest training a bit of Evo,
Okay.
and partially because even later, you do want to have enough Evo so that the warping chance isn't too low. I've definitely gotten killed because I've neglected Evo training in
I
some of these.
generally, when I get a wand that's like not digging or something, I generally train like 2 Evo or something like that, at least, depending on what else
Okay,
I'm
this
doing.
is pretty interesting. I guess you're gonna have to use your wand. This is one case where I think it is probably a good idea to move back a bit so that you have open space so that you can use warping more efficiently. Because if you kept fighting here, then it would be hard to aim right without hurting yourself, depending
Yeah.
on how the monsters move.
This is so funny because this is a situation where I'd probably move like northwest, but probably I move southeast on this.
No, I think northwest is good because it's an open room. You have more stuff to explore. You might find some. You probably want to go there.
Yeah.
And
Also,
it's something
probably
anyway.
I think this stuff is gonna come out anyway. The wolf is awake.
Yeah, I think it will. And if it doesn't, then whatever. At least it was a bit safer.
Maybe I move back one more because at some
Yeah,
point,
move a bit more because if the ogre turns a
yeah,
corner, then now you're suddenly stuck there without
yeah,
having
precisely.
time to react.
Although it seems like maybe I thought for sure the wolf was gonna wake everything up.
Well, nothing to do about it. I don't know if you want to go there. It's not like I recognize this vault, so I don't know if it has good loot or not, but it's not a temple vault, I think.
Yeah, I don't know.
Hmm.
I feel like this is gonna have some random. Yeah, I don't recognize this being a temple, but I don't know. I'm not like I really am so bad at maps and vaults.
But yeah, the thing I wanted to say earlier is that uh, dungeon floors, they do kind of follow rules for how they generate, and sometimes it means that they follow specific patterns. One that I wanted to mention is like, the room that you started in on this floor. There's like this layout that has like four quadrants, and they all have like these diamond shaped rooms. I don't know if you've noticed that one ever, but that one is the one I thought this was, and that one is uh, pretty inefficient in terms of exploration. It takes a very long time to explore the entire floor if you're looking for something like temple.
Right, right.
So that's why I said that in the beginning.
So
Anyway,
you're like,
yeah, you could go just to answer Zeldis in the chat. Yeah, I think it's not necessarily I'm not sure if you want to go back and use warping and stuff just to get XP because XP is still valuable and that ogre is probably worth quite a bit even at XL6. But
I mean, I think it's like not the most unsafe to go try kill the ogre. Uh,
yeah, I'll let you make the decision because I honestly don't know what's best.
yeah, I think I'm gonna fight them. Hold on, let me think about this though. If I kill him and he moves there, I can still warp if I have to. I think. Well, maybe not. Maybe I need to back up. Is there like on Sandblast? Is there a particular like power you look for?
You're gonna have to get to 100% spell power at some point. So
Okay.
that's but how fast you do it is I mean you probably want to have that when you're in lair. So I guess that's the main guideline I have. Oh, nice.
Wow, this guy's got
Terraria
Curare.
is pretty damn good. Yeah. Another one where we pronounce it differently. I don't know how to pronounce it either.
What do you say?
Curare.
Curare? Okay. I don't know.
Yeah, I have no idea if this is correct or not. It might be. It might not be.
Like my pronunciation is legendary. Like people have called me out for. I mean, I was saying piety wrong for my entire life.
Oh wow.
Because it's like who says piety in real life? It's like I read it in fantasy books and games, so it's like it's not something no one says it to me. So it's like by the rules of English, it seems like it was piety, but it's piety.
Mm. Do you
Uh,
say pious too or pious?
well,
For
now I say pious, but I used to say pious in my head. Okay, this vault is almost nightmarish.
okay. Uh,
Google pronunciation sides with Flug. I was afraid. I wasn't sure if it was. I was like, man, is it Flug? Maybe he says it Flug.
you can call me Flock. I don't care because it's not like this. I have a canonical English pronunciation anyway.
Right. Yeah, but you don't want me to choose
Uh,
it. Trust me. This I don't know.
I
Like,
guess.
is this
Well,
close the
I would
door?
take a step northwest and then start fighting because I think it's still worth fighting this. It's just in case you get um, what's it called? What's that bug called again?
What called?
Bombardier beetle. Yeah.
Oh,
In case you get sprayed, then you don't want to be able to like cut line of sight and walk safely without. But I guess it's slow, so it doesn't matter. I would just start soundblasting. Maybe okay. Now it's too late. I guess I would have moved back a step so that you had a way to use warping without on the ogre. But
mm,
I think it's yeah. Just keep going. I think at this point it's fine.
yeah. I feel like it's. I mean, I guess even if I get blasted for full, I don't know if I die there. Okay, this seems to have gone.
I think it's extremely unlikely because you have GDR too. So I don't think you die uh,
Okay, we have
with
another
38
wand here.
max
That's
HP.
nice.
Oh, but Sandblast is slow though, so I guess if you get hit twice, then you just die. Yeah, I guess this is worth going for. I mean, now that everything's woken up, but I guess it was worthwhile for you to do this vault.
You
It
think it
did take a
was?
bit of time, but
Oh yeah,
yeah, I mean, it
it's a
did
bunch
take
of
a bit of
XP.
time, but you get a lot of XP, and ones, like I said, they're very useful.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. I don't know. Like XP is something I really don't pay attention to in normal games because it doesn't really affect my decisions. So like, the fact like when you said ogres are worth a bunch of XP, it's like, okay, well, that's good to know because I wouldn't know otherwise. Uh,
I think you started this at like XO6, like almost you almost have gone up one entire Excel from what you've fought. So you've gotten a lot of XP, that's for sure. Which also means that once you're done with this vault, you might want to just go back to this downstairs and then start exploring down there. And then if you don't find temple, like it might be a better floor layout to look for temple in. So, oh yeah, that's a good point, Zeldist. Yeah, that one also gave a lot of XP. Yeah, you can train a bit of fighting in spellcasting
Kobold
if you
brigands
want
are
to.
worth a lot of XP, huh? That's
I think
surprising.
so.
Yeah, they are pretty paper thin. I guess like on some characters though, they are dangerous. I'm actually surprised like how much my MP regen is helping here, I think, because I've really fired a lot.
Yeah, I mean, you also have to keep in mind that Sandblast takes 1.5 times as long as any other spell cast. So, yeah, exactly. That's what Altark is saying.
Oh, yeah, 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 yeah. That is true.
So, it's going to feel like you're regening more than you are. But that's why it's very turn efficient, too.
Yeah, that does make sense. I don't even I do understand it, but I do have just a shortcut in my head that anything slow is good for turn count. Ooh, Wandalite is nice.
Yeah, very nice. I would pick up the trident, just so that you have a pole arm.
Okay, that makes sense. I
Don't
wonder if
think the
there's
rest is
anything.
worth.
Is there anything down here? No, right? There's no.
I don't think so.
I think I'm wasting a turn if I go down.
Right. So I think it's better to go to the
To the
staircase
stairs
that
and
you
go.
already are aware of, even though it does look very inefficient, just because this floor layout is pretty slow. But again, I'm not entirely sure. I guess I'll let you make the decision.
You never do you ever do anything like, okay, I'm going down these stairs anyway, I'm gonna like take an aside and go kind of around and come out the door on the right, or is it kind of just like, if you're going
Oh
down?
yeah, sometimes I do that. I guess you could try to do that here too.
But I don't know if that's like,
So
is that like an illusion of kind of be seeing more stuff, or am I gonna just kind of get into a
well, I mean,
mix?
if you see more stuff, you can get more loot. So, but
See, I don't know how
oh yeah,
long.
now here you would use pass wall, for example, if you want to save some time. Now
That's
you have
true.
full MP, and you're gonna regen MP anyway. So
That makes sense.
yeah, exactly. You already got your MP back.
Oh, hey, we got it.
Okay, nice.
Wow, and we got classic fiery Zot.
But yeah, one thing I wanted to say also is that one thing about doing this in Trunk, which is very nice, is that you don't have to think about inventory management after a certain point. It doesn't matter now, but it's very annoying once you get to like when you start to do S branches and stuff like that.
Hmm.
And Elf. If you do Elf, you're gonna have a ton of loot that might be very situationally useful that you have to drop, and you will never get it back because you're on a turn count round, right? So but in this case, you don't have to think about that at all. So that also makes this a bit easier to learn.
That is nice.
Yeah, I would just keep going. Like, don't give a shit about D5 or D4 anymore because at this point now you just want to try to get and find lair.
Do you think Safer would take this right here,
The shaft.
yeah.
Maybe not, because I know that one thing he does say is that he kind of plays a bit recklessly in the beginning because it doesn't take much time. But once he does get a few key things to start his run, I guess you haven't gotten everything yet. Then he does actually try to be a bit careful, even if it doesn't look like it.
I just always assumed he did like whatever the most insane
But
choice was.
I don't know. Maybe he would, but I think it's not obvious that he would do it. I guess that's what why you asked.
Yeah. I wonder. I just when I see some of his scores, I'm like, he must be taking the most, like, just the craziest risk for the smallest amount of benefit. So
That's why I find it so impressive because he doesn't really do that. He's just very efficient, and
yeah.
I'm not really sure. Yeah, I'm not really sure how he does it exactly.
So, like, now that I found Temple, do you just dive to D9 or whatever? Or that's where Lair can start, right? D9?
D8, but D9 is good because that's where both lair and orc can be found.
Right.
So,
like, I don't even know if I can probably take Edmund with Curar maybe, but do you
I think you probably, you would have to use a wand or something. It's probably worth the XP, but
does XV tell you what their XP is? I don't think so. It's like something you have to look
question.
up.
I don't think so.
No, you have to sequel it. Yeah, whatever. But yeah, do you think it's just probably not worth the resources for the XP in this situation? I mean, it's definitely unsafe because if I go down and there's something bad, coming back up is horrible.
Yeah, I'm thinking about it. I think it's fine to use like 2 light 1 charges or something. Or Curare. It's 12%, I think, for Curare to mulch. So it's not that high. But yeah, I mean, I would I would engage with this at least.
Wow.
Yeah, now that's risky, but it also means that you can get a lot of XP in just this small fight. So
You know, my
this is
inclination
kind of
is
good in a sense.
right, right. My inclination is to move back into the corridor just so I can hit Blork and Edmund with light. It
Yeah,
does.
no, it's a good idea. Now I think let's put it this way. At this point, I think try to play as if you were shafted, I guess. So if it includes moving around a little bit, that's fine. It's not like you have to take any more risks than that. So
Yeah. I don't know if Blork
if you
will.
think moving back tactically is good, then it is probably good.
The thing that I wonder about is if I should take. If I move back, I don't know if Blork follows because he's wandering right now. Or he's like, whatever he is. He's got a question mark.
Yeah, that's good. I think just go back. If he doesn't follow, then that's where it is. I think you just don't want to take too much risk at this point. I mean, you've got think about it this way too. You have regen, you have MP regen, you have Sif. It's that's a lot of hurdles that you've already gone through. So
Yeah.
resetting for something as minor as this seems not worth it.
Um. Okay. Man, it feels so weird not training any conjuration for Stone Arrow.
Oh yeah, you want to train invocations now from now on because you want to have like as soon as you get 1 star, you want channel magic to be able to be used.
Oh, really? You train it ahead of time, even before you have channel?
I mean, you know you're going to get it. It's not like a spell that you don't know if you're going to get. But
Yeah, that's true. I think 6 does it, right? Is that the number?
yeah, 6 is probably fine. I mean, you can train some other stuff in the meantime too. But I guess you're one of those people that trains only 1 skill at a time, right?
I am one of those people, yes.
Okay, yeah. I kind of do that too
Okay.
sometimes. Well,
I
most
was
of the
like
time.
I think that's normal.
Well, you know, Ultra, he trains like 5, 6 skills at a time, if you remember
Yeah,
his videos.
when I see I mean there are very good players who do stuff like that, and when I look at their morgues or their dumps, they're like they really tilt me, if I'm being honest. I guess I gotta cure this guy here. I don't know, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, you're not going to be able to use it on Flugkiller, right? So
Okay, did not hit. I could warp
it's
here,
fine.
or I could just fire and see what happens.
I think, yeah, I think Stone Arrows. I do want to say, like Leetsy said, in this case, Stone Arrow is fine because you do have full magic, and
Yeah.
you're gonna recover that based on how far away Blorkilla is right now, and otherwise you're just gonna lose too much HP, which is the other resource.
Both missed. I don't know if I should reposition just so warping is a thing.
You would take most likely you would take 1 opportunity attack. It might miss you, but
Yeah, I mean he doesn't see currently. I mean, okay. Yeah, this seems
true.
better.
Oh, why did I don't know why the null moved up instead of northwest. Well, that's
Yeah.
good for us.
I don't know. It's unclear. But I think warping seems good here, no?
I think you can hit the yeah. Should be good.
Oh, that was possibly the worst thing that could happen.
Well, I would say keep using warping
On Edmund.
Edmund. Okay. In this situation, let's see, you have 12 MP. I guess the safest play is to still use warping on Edmund, but I think you could use Stone Arrow if you think that's going to kill. I think it's probably going to kill. So
Yeah, it'll kill if it hits, but
yeah. What's the accuracy?
75%.
I guess use warping just to be safe.
Yeah. All right, that takes
Okay,
care
nice.
of him.
Guess now you can move back again and use light ones.
Yeah.
This is not looking too bad.
Okay,
Yeah,
that
nice.
was pretty good
Okay.
result.
stone arrow, and then you can just sandblast the bats. Yeah, towards the null, I think is best.
Can this guy kill me? I don't think so. What does he hit for? 18?
Yeah, but you're still doing a 1.5 times slower action.
Yeah, maybe stone arrow is good here.
Yeah, stone arrow, because you do have 7 MP, so you can afford to just use it here. Nice. Did cost a bit, but you gained a lot of XP.
I think
you didn't have to retreat.
Do you like bother with the flail of draining here? It's a decent weapon.
Yeah, I think it's fine. You can pick it up. I would pick up the robe too, even if you have the region robe. There might be some cases where, well, you get a volcano, for example. You might want to go into the volcano.
Yeah, I'm gonna use this opportunity to drop this robe since I'm low anyway. Do you take the halberd just because it's slow? I think
it is slower than bread swinging, so I guess yes. I would just go downstairs. Nice. Okay. Yeah, let's see. If I say something that you think is very stupid, or if anyone else thinks that I say something that's stupid and wrong, then please do call me out on it, because I'm not entirely sure that I'm right about these things. I don't want to seem like I'm an authority on this. So
yeah. Well, I mean, you definitely know more than me. That's for sure. You don't dive here. Do you do any exploring of D7, or do you still go straight down till you get to?
I think I would just go down, because you want to look for lair, and you're XL8, almost XL9, and I mean, you saw you could.
Man, this guy's.
Yeah, I guess maybe start with Curare. If it hits, then you've got a good fight going, I think. 52.
Lychee says.
I think you can take him on at least.
Lychee says,
even if it's costly, I think.
Training light. If I light him first, does that make Curar more accurate?
I think it only affects his chance to hit you, but I'm not sure. I know that, like, if something invisible tries to hit you, it's something that you can't see, like the other way around, then you have a penalty for dodging them. But I'm not sure how it works with blind on monsters.
Wait,
I guess maybe you can try and.
Is anyone else seeing this? How can? So now, like, my helmet is on B, and the wand of light is on B, or am I tripping?
No, that's what it looks like to me as well.
So how the hell am I supposed to look at the wand of light?
That's so you have to, like, select. Like, if you have your cursor, you have to go down to the section with the wands, and then you can press B.
This is absurd. All right, say that again. I have to do what now? I have to go.
I think with the, like, cursor, you have to go down to the section with the wands. Yeah, and now you can do that.
Oh my god. All right, this doesn't really explain anything. All right, Cura worked. That's nice.
Okay, nice. Yeah. Honestly, I think you can just
stone arrow.
Stone arrow. Yeah.
Oof.
Okay, maybe time to use wand. I think you're fine, even if that was a lot of damage.
What's his max on me? Oh, he's got a sling of Alec.
But you have Arlec, right? So it's
yeah.
I mean, it's still pretty bad.
Jeez. I should maybe have started with Wand of Light. But the thing I'm afraid of is if he hits me and he gets me in one-shot range, then going up will be bad.
Yeah, that's true. I'm not quite sure what's best. I think you still want. What's your potions like? Do you have anything identified?
Just magic.
You have magic and scrolls. What are they like? I guess you don't have much either.
No, I probably should have ID'd.
You probably you do still want to ID double stacks. I think I would use one of light here, but if you want to go up, then I think that's totally fine too. You still have a lot to explore on D7, so you can still just walk around and wait for your.
My other concern is like
And
even if I kill Joseph, there's still a wyvern coming, which is, I mean,
Yeah,
somewhat.
you probably would have to go up. I mean, you can probably kill it, but it's probably not worth the risk.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go up here. I don't know if that's too safe.
No, I mean, I think again, it's nice if you don't die too much, especially considering that we've. How long has this run already? Like an hour or something? It's been going at it for quite a while, I think.
Wonder if I should be using Flail of Draining, even though it's slower over the +2 rapier. Maybe
Well,
not.
it's yeah. I mean, it's sort of like what you were saying earlier, right? It's slower, but it still takes one turn all the same. So, in terms of turn efficiency, it's better, arguably.
I'm just always taking int here. I assume that's always the same.
Yeah, yeah. There's going to be so much pressure in trying to get spells online in time that int is just way better than any other attribute. Nice, you did find it downstairs.
So, do you think? Well, actually, I already ID'd Scroll of Noise. I ID'd Scroll of Revel too. So I wonder. I probably read ID here. All my 2 stacks.
Yeah, just read ID the stuff. I mean, if it's Tele, then you can go up or whatever and hope it's.
Okay, I found ID.
Oh, right, you're standing there. I see.
What when? My inclination is always to ID like singleton scrolls first. Do you do something different for turn count, or maybe
That's what I would do in a normal game if I haven't found teleport, or if I have found curing already, let's say. But honestly, the logic is pretty similar, I think, for turn count. So do whatever you feels best.
Okay, I'm still gonna like enchant my helmet and all that normal stuff, right?
Yeah, I think that's fine.
Okay, we found Torment. We found Amnesia.
That's actually very nice to have, by the way, because spell levels are going to be a precious resource at some point. I know I said that you want to have Boulder, but eventually it's going to be very, well, something you have to keep in mind. I would just go up here, like stair dance, like you normally would, and then kill the guy. But yeah, like Litsi was saying in the chat, it is true that you can play it safer if you want to and still get like 25k, because, but it does depend on you finding certain things later. So, but generally, I don't think you're playing too fast right now. I think this is fine. Yeah, like here, for example, it's good to move. Okay, well.
I could use this as an opportunity to try to like quaff ID. See if I get curing. I don't know what like I don't even know if there's like something that's horrendous to get.
I guess that would be if you got a bad mutation. That would be the worst thing.
Yeah.
And what's it called? What's it called now? I know degeneration, moonshine, right? Yeah, moonshine would be bad if this was like an actual dangerous situation. What did you go up with? Was it with?
I got
yeah,
the
I think
Buddha.
it would be fine if you got.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it doesn't matter as long as it's not mutation.
Okay, we just spiked curing because we know.
Just get lucky.
I assume we just keep stair dancing, right? This doesn't seem dire.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, we got
Nice. Now you
channel.
have channel magic.
Yeah. See, here it's like going down seems at this HP seems somewhat risky. Do you bread swing at all
No,
here?
I think I would just go and no, I would go and open the door or something,
Oh, okay, yeah.
just to get some exploration done. Although the safer place is bread swing, absolutely, because you don't know if you find any new monsters, then that can spiral into losing even more time.
But you think I just go right back to that staircase and
Yeah, go back now.
yeah. Okay.
It's an orc priest that makes this kind of sketchy.
Yeah, going up isn't even that great because they have spears.
Yeah, no, I would just stone arrow the gnolls just to kill them as fast as possible. Okay, that's sorry, let me look at Zeldest's question.
Flug and Leechy, do you have any spells aside from Shatter, Pog that you really value high for TC?
Yeah, Forest and Freezing Cloud are amazing for turn count. I mean, Forest is extremely good for turn count. And Freezing Cloud too. Canine's not bad. I mean, it has Invis, so I guess against some targets it will help you a lot. And I mean, it's a decent summon, but
I assume any
generally,
summon.
you know, yeah, summons in general are pretty good. So I mean, that's true in the normal game too, but in turn count that holds true as well. Allgrebs is good. Irradiate's good. Let me think. The classic ice combo with like Refridge is pretty good. Permafrost is also good. It's not as good as Refridge, but in this case, but you already mentioned Passage. Let's see. I guess by that logic, you can also extend that to the things that used to be summons but are now Forgecraft spells. Mortar is really good, but it is a bit costly. But it is very good if you can get it online.
You said Mortar?
Again, that's true in the regular. Yeah, Hellfire Mortar is still pretty good. And the thing is, like, spell casting is also more valuable of a stat in this context than it normally would be. So the type of training you would do would still not make Mortar that bad to get online. And to be quite honest, you're probably going to want to have like a wizard, like a Ring of Wizardry is. Oh yeah, Gels, right. Gels is pretty good. If you have Granite Talisman, you can just keep using it very often. It's you move much faster than it. Like it would be better than Passage, honestly, in some cases.
Gels?
Yeah, this like a Gavot, a Gels Gavot.
Oh, yeah. No, like actually,
spell, yeah.
That's a spell I really came up on just in general. Like, I really like that spell.
I think it's one of the better spells in the game, even outside of turn count, of course.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, it's just kind of like I love Hellfire Mortar and Gavit because they both kind of function in so many different ways. Like they're utility spells, and also just kill things.
Yeah. Also, just like a minor nitpick thing, when you were going down that corridor, when it looks like you're mostly going to go down a corridor, then sometimes it's not worth continuing because it might just continue on for a very long time. Even in this case, it was fine because it was shorter to get back up there, but it's probably good to keep that in mind because you want to avoid being in corridors too much unless you're really looking for something on this particular floor.
Mm-hmm. So, like in this situation where I'm about to go down this corridor to the right, do you think it's better?
Yeah,
to go...
you would go northwest instead and go back to the place with the what's it called, Joseph.
Okay, yeah, that's like
there's a lot even though it means you might have to fight him again.
Yeah. There's a lot of muscle memory for me on like going through corridors and like I'm still like occasionally like when I see something I'm backing up, and it's just because like it's just automatic.
Oh damn, he hasn't even region to full yet. I guess that's how much region you have right now.
I just fought so many things. How is that possible? Yeah, he's moderately wounded. Huh.
Maybe throw a dart and then just go around the corner or something, just to alert him. Because I think you will inevitably have to fight them anyway. Yeah, you can just walk back to around the stairs. You can, if you want to be super optimal, you can bread swing like twice.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
Exactly.
That's why I just kept the halberd equipped, because I figure I'll be doing more bread swinging than actual attacking with it.
Yeah.
I assume here I like light and then stone arrow.
Yeah, we learned that from last time. Light's pretty good. Nice. Okay, finally, now it worked. Maybe a bit more fighting, spell casting, tiny bit of conjurations. Like I said, you do want to use Boulder, I think, because what's it called? Now we have channel, so it is true that MP efficiency is so important because you do want to build up a reservoir of piety, but it does mean that in cases where you would need something extra, then now you can just use Boulder without having to think about running out of mana. So
okay, I'll grab Boulder too then.
Yeah, I would recommend that.
Bread swinging, Andre Jobin says, "What does bread swinging do?" It's just a way to pass time more efficiently for turn count. Like basically anything you do that's slow, you're gonna regen the same amount of like HP and MP while using fewer turns. Basically, that's basically what it is. Maybe Flug can explain it better than I can, but slow actions.
I think that's a good explanation.
Yeah, just slow actions in general are good for turn count. Because like the turns are just a turn is just a turn, but the slower turns you're like using more of the aughts, which is where regen occurs. Let's take a look at this.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, it's good for stone. It's good for scale mail. I mean,
I think eventually you probably want to use this. If you don't find any good spells, then you might as well use this, even though you lose region, because you get so much more AC that it kind of compensates for it.
But yeah, I mean, 8 AC is worth more than regen. I value regen at around, I think, 4 AC. I don't know if you disagree with that.
That's sort of the rule of thumb I have as well, like 3-4 AC. But that's also because Elliptic said it once, and then I was like, oh yeah, that makes sense. And then I've kind
of. So we just got insta mesmerized, and Maggie has a glaive of distortion. That's very exciting.
Does she have our poise?
I don't think so. She has acid scales on.
Okay.
So we don't have Kirar.
Oh, but you don't have Kirar. Okay. Did it mulch, or what happened to it?
It did mulch when we first hit Joseph.
Ah, that's a shame. Okay, I see.
So we have Torment. We have Poison Darts.
Torment's not a bad idea. I think this is kind of a sketchy fight.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, we also have Boulder.
It's mostly because you don't have a lot of one charges right now, and while it's true that you could probably easily kill her without that, if you get into another bad situation next where you have to use those ones, and Torment wouldn't help as much, then you're in a much worse spot. So Boulder, I think it's a very good idea to use Torment.
Is Boulder not good here? Like, I mean, it's not. I don't get a lot of shots with it. If it's not smashing something into a wall, it's not doing a ton of damage.
It is grinding against the walls to your left. If you moved south east and she's followed you, then it would be very good. I think you could just kill her with Boulder pretty much. But I'm not sure if it's going to survive the entire length. It's only 3 tiles, so maybe it's fine.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm not sure.
If I move south if I move southeast, she's likely to move
The
here,
problem
I
is if
think.
she, yeah, but if she decides to use Bolt of Fire instead, then now you have to maybe waste another turn. So
Yeah. Well,
I think you can start with Torment at least and then see what happens. Yeah, it's true, Zeltis, that the boulder can be destroyed even in that amount of time. Okay.
yeah, I don't know if I like moving toward her, I
I
guess.
would throw out a boulder at least. I think it's fine.
From this position?
Well, let's think at least. What else can you do this turn that wouldn't just constitute you waiting? Because keep in mind you have channel magic, and I think it's fine to use it for this type of situation.
Yeah, I don't know.
You
The
could throw a
only
poison dart, but
yeah, that's the only other thing I think that works. Warping reaches, but I don't want to. I think she's in the best
no,
position.
I think that could mess up the position too much. So yeah,
Yeah.
I think boulders. Leedsy seems to agree, so I feel a bit more confident then.
Okay. The only thing is now, I mean, I could take this opportunity to channel, I guess, just to make sure, but
yeah, I would do it. I would do it here
okay, we
because
failed to use.
it's
Oh,
not like you failed it.
wow.
So
So channel failed, but also Maggie just ninja'd right around it.
right, let's see. You're probably going to have to use warping at some point soon anyway, so her position's going to be a bit messed up. So I don't think it's too bad. She did take a bit of damage. No, maybe that was just torment.
So now, like, I could channel, or I could take this opportunity to just like stone arrow.
I think you want
Or
to channel
light.
and then warp or something like that.
I'm sorry.
Because
Would you say you think what?
you can sorry, yeah, okay, so you could stone arrow here, but then she's going to be one tile away from hitting you with the glaive. So if you channeled then, and if she moved and then hit you or whatever, I guess you haven't moved yet, so there's no what's it called, random energy involved. But
I could also
yeah,
light.
I guess it's fine to use stone arrow once.
You think stone arrow is better than light here?
Well, light's fine too, but I think you've already tormented her. I think you don't need to use too many other resources since you're already probably going to have to use warping.
Right. Yeah, that makes
I
sense.
think.
All right. Yeah. Let's see. Let's see what happens here. Okay, we miscast.
Yeah. All right. Well.
Now it's got to be warping, right? Or I guess I could wait a turn until she's closer.
Well, if you're gonna wait anyway, then try the channel magic.
Yeah. Okay, she didn't move forward.
Okay. Yeah.
She fired and missed. That's kind of nice. So I guess here
Now
I'm
you
gonna
can
stone arrow.
again.
I presume I'm gonna stone arrow until she gets into striking range.
Yeah, I think that's reasonable. You could use boulder here because she did get into that type of position, but I don't know if she's gonna reach over the boulder. There is a risk that it fails. If you want to be paranoid, I guess. But the thing is, warping can also put her in a position that's still in range of you.
And she can then.
So boulder actually seems a bit safer to me.
Yeah, because if I warp and she ends up close to me, she does get an attack, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, that worked.
Very nice.
That's nice. I think I just let this ride, or maybe I bread swing.
I think you just wait. Bread swinging would be turn efficient, but you don't want to have her do an extra attack. And also, it's nice to keep track of how synced you are with Maggie. Like right now, you've only taken actions that take 10 odds, right? But if you do something that starts to take more than that, then with how random energy has affected stuff on the floor already before you, then it's possible that she can get a double action at some point, and that would be bad. I would just keep using boulder.
Oh man, if Doomaclat sees this portion of the video, okay, that
Okay, those miscasts were. What is the fail rate? Maybe I should have looked at that first.
it's not high. It's 9%. I mean, I think it was correct to do that.
Yeah. Right. Well, I guess stone hour time.
Yeah, I think
Yes.
I should probably bring Conj up one more.
Yeah, and Litzy mentioned more spell casting earlier. Also, I would take that advice.
Here, I mean, I could. It might be worth using.
You could light if you want to be safe, because if you miss the wyvern, then suddenly she can reach. Right. So.
Yeah. Okay. I think.
Yeah, and just boulder again, and
Yeah.
then that should be it.
I think boulder is the move. Hopefully it works. Okay. Cool.
Nice.
All right.
I would also pick up the glaive, by the way, even if you're likely to use an offhand. In some desperate situation, you might want to try to get a distortion of the wield. And if anything, it's a very nice weapon to have. If like it's a slow weapon, has distortion, but yeah, it's going to be a problem if you find something much better in that slot. So I don't know.
Actually, the acid scales.
Acid dragon scales are also, yeah, because it's possible that you'll have to do slime with no other source of arc road. So it's good to keep them.
It's like almost just better than what I'm wearing in terms of like it has regen, but this is just giving me almost a free 4 AC.
It also doesn't have slow on it, so I guess if you're paranoid about that, which I think is justified, then that's reasonable.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I'm gonna.
Oh yeah, right. You had the other scale mail for Arc Road, but I think that late you probably want to have something that's lower encumbrance.
Yeah, it because this adds like 1% maybe to my my fail rate. It seems worth it.
Yeah, it's negligible. It seems pretty good to me.
I wonder if I should.
Yeah, this is going to be like a high score run, so it's 15 runes.
I think I'm gonna bring Conj up one more. Okay, there's a staircase.
Nice.
I presume we take this.
Yeah, I mean, it would be a huge waste of time to go back and try to look at the northeast west corner. Yeah, maybe just go. Okay, I was thinking you'd go around the corner, but maybe it doesn't make a big difference. You can use boulder. Okay, now it's a bit too late, but
I never think of boulder.
It is very good, especially when you now have channel. So.
Oh, that's true. Okay. I guess I just keep going on like spell casting maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, I would get it to 8, like Litzy said, just to get more MP.
Oh, geez.
Well, this is a pretty safe place to fight, so it's not that bad. Though now you probably want to. Yeah, no. It seems like you got this under control.
I don't know if this is too safe. I'm gonna go back up and bread swing a bit.
Yeah, I think that's a good decision. It's wise.
Is there anything I want to drop? Probably
because you don't care about inventory space in the same way. I think you don't really have to think about it too much.
Yeah. I guess there's nothing to do here.
But yeah, at least he asks what Turncount it is.
1662 currently?
Yeah. It's very good. I think you can get like what I was saying earlier about lair like 2 to 3K turns is very realistic now, unless you get very unlucky with the. Oh yeah, also read Revelation here. This is, like I said, the best floor to read it on. Okay, looks like you got lair, so that's good. Is that orc too? The one that's like in the south.
This is orc.
West?
Is this is lair? Over here on the top left? Or top, yeah, left. I don't know if that's lair.
Oh no, wait, no, that's not lair. Sorry,
Yeah, we found orc though.
I was just basing it off the mini map, but I don't know what icons you use. Okay, but you found orc. That's good. Okay, that means that you probably should.
Do you move toward, like, this is, I assume this is some type of shop. Do you look at shops at all, or is it just kind of like if you don't come past them, you just kind of ignore it? I guess I don't. I've only got
because the
$150.
downstairs there is a hatch, and you probably don't want to take the hatch. I mean, shops are good to look at, so it is true. If
yeah, Zeldas, I think you're right. That would have saved me one turn. If I missed the high score by one turn, I definitely punted. I assume the Gargoyle Earth Elementalist high score is like just insanely low, though. I mean the turn count is very low. So I mean, doing orc first seems kind of risky.
Oh no, I would not do orc first with this spell set. It depends on what you have. If you have if you sort of alchemist, for example, then
then I'd be all about it.
Then it would make sense as long as you had a way to deal with the obsidian bats. Because those are impossible to kill with just a regular spell set that you get.
No, yeah, I know. They actually own alchemist because even sticky flame is no good against them.
Yeah, 13K turns, it seems like the high score is. So
that's so absurd.
That's probably hard to beat.
No, I'm not beating Saphir's Gargoyle Earth Elemental. 13K is like, I think my best three rune with like Mayfly Tor is 15K or something. Like, I don't know if I've ever beaten that. I think I'm just probably going to the staircase and checking out D10.
Yeah, I think that's fine. Because again, you can just go back to D9 and explore later if you want to.
And you just don't even mess around. Like, you don't mess around with these like 5 gold piles, right? Like for 10 turns.
I mean, okay, let's say you were going to the west anyway, then that's just one extra turn that you're spending because you can just you're not making any detour to the gold. But so I think in this case, if you wanted to go to that downstairs, then it's fine. You can just
pick it up and then go to the one that's like southwest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Seems fine to me, at least.
Okay. Unfortunately, this guy's not holding Curar.
We'll get good stuff eventually.
What is that? Fog? Scroll of Fog is probably worth it.
Fog isn't bad. I think it's fine to go and pick it up.
Oh, that's another thing that I assume you agree. When someone asked what the good spells are, I think Apportation is probably pretty good on Turncount.
Oh yeah, of course. You want to have Apport.
Ooh, 17 gold. What's
not like as good as?
What's like the rule on how much gold it has to be?
Also, I just want to say something to Raga because he said something about going top left. It is true that normally that would be good, but we've explored so much of D8 that I don't know how much you gain by it at this point. So I think it's more debatable in this case. And yeah, like Leetsy said, Fog is very important for Zig because some tough floors you're just going to have to use Fog Shatter.
Leashy or Flug, do you always do a Zig pretty much on turn count runs?
Yeah. It's extremely turn efficient. You get a ton of XP, consumables. You're probably going to have to do it to find certain spells. It does not take a long time in terms of turns. Saffir does it on all of his runs, even like the very low ones. I think even the like Meteoran one, that's the global high score is. Yeah, exactly. Doing Zig probably saves a few K turns.
That's what I thought. Because I noticed on all the high score runs, like the good ones, they all do Zigs. I assume boulder is good.
Anyway,
Good here, right? Like
boulder's good, but I would go like top left first, so that it's not grating against the walls without it being so that you still have the same distance towards the guy, but
yeah. This is what I was
yeah,
afraid of though. Is he knows.
right. Well, I guess you just have to start using stone arrow then, and hope the.
Okay, now we
Okay,
can.
and now it should be good. Yeah, I'm honestly not exactly sure what the hard rules are for monster AI, because I know someone said that like they pretend they prefer the cardinal directions to you, but as you saw there, it doesn't always go there immediately.
And
So
also, does it like does the boulder prevent it from moving around? Like if I go north, like if I don't wait and I
if
go
you go
like
north, no, it could move around the boulder. I think it's trying to go towards you still. And
right,
that's what
so
it's doing. But
moving out of a cardinal direction is bad, right? Or is moving east even bad? Because moving east saves
I
me a
think you're better
turn.
off just staying here. I
Yeah,
think
that
you're better off
it's
staying.
safe. I'm just trying
Honestly,
to.
I haven't experimented enough with Boulder to say for certain how it works in that sense, but
Right.
yeah. If somebody else knows better, then
Okay. I
feel
was
free
just
to chime
curious. It
in.
does in fact like moving. Well, it wasn't. Well, yeah, it was.
Well, in
It
that
wasn't touching
case,
it.
that's more like, yeah, that's more like it's finding a way towards you that's still short enough, so it will move uh, away from the boulder anyway.
Moving east, it would stay behind the boulder. I think it would. I think moving east might have been safe, but who knows? Like, maybe there a chance it kills that a two-headed ogre can kill the boulder?
I think it can attack the boulder. I mean, I think it even did that the first turn.
No,
So,
yeah, they'll attack it. I just
but
wonder if it's like strong enough to.
but the boulder's gonna push it back first. I think that's the main thing
Right, right.
before the ogre gets sacked.
I guess boulder isn't too bad, as much as I hate to say it. Damn, two miscasts.
It is slightly unlucky.
Now maybe I just go. Yeah, whatever. I guess if it miscasts again, I can always channel.
Yeah, there's a triple crossbow if you want a really slow red swinging weapon. Nice.
Okay.
Yeah, in this case, I would go up the unexplored one. Even if we have mapped the floor, it can be nice just to see if there's loot there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, unfortunately, it's. I probably could have looked. I did look first, but maybe it was just out of line of sight. Do you keep going down, or you kind of explore D10 some, or do you just peek down the stairs? Maybe.
You're strong enough where I think it's fine to go down, but I think you can do either.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna
This
peek.
floor layout looks like it's probably not that bad to explore anyway, but yeah.
I think peeking is probably can't be that
Yeah, you
bad.
can peek, and then if it doesn't look very exciting, then you can just keep exploring for now.
Is this good? Like when you do this with a boulder, let's say does it push the orc wizard into the troll and do damage? Or if it kills the orc wizard, does it keep going? I'm not sure how this spell works. I don't use it
If it
much.
kills the orc wizard, it will keep going. I don't know about the first question, though.
Well, I guess let's see. Okay. Well, that
Yeah,
didn't
so it
work.
kept going there, as you can see.
Yeah, it did keep going, although the troll doesn't care. Do you ever take more stealth, by the way? I mean,
I don't think I have. I can't say for certain that it's a bad idea. It does help in some ways.
Because like I don't know what else to take other than just keep training spellcasting or more fighting, I guess.
Well, you want to have more Invo so that your channel magic lasts longer. You want more Evo to make the wands better. You can get more fighting to be a bit safer. Spell casting, you can still go for quite a bit more. I don't think you have max spell power on Sandblast yet, if we're just looking at things that you can improve. You were miscasting Boulder, so I mean that's another point of improvement.
Yeah.
So you still have quite a few
Same.
things to improve. What's your spell list like? I don't think you had any exciting spells, but okay. Well, Dragon's Call is amazing, but nothing you can really go for right now.
I don't think I'm ever casting Petrify, Confusing Touch, or Kiss of Death, right? And my Sandblast is at 98%, so I'm not going to train that. I guess I could bring Conjuration up one more. That seems like maybe the most relevant. Is miscasting.
Yeah.
And then maybe I'll go like some more Invo spellcasting fighting.
Yeah, the only thing is like out of the stuff that you'd normally train, armor, evasion, and maybe stealth is probably not going to be worth the XP to train right now because they're nice to have, but they're generally not XP efficient skills. I think in terms of training, at least not at this point yet in the game. So.
I mean, I think Stone Arrow just killed.
I'm looking at Zelda's question.
Oh,
I think you do need exegesis. I think you're gonna have to do it anyway if you're going fast enough because you're getting into positions that are just going to be too slow to do without it. I know that sounds like a circular argument, but it's not something you would do on fights that would normally not be that bad. But you're going to get into enough chaotic situations anyway, where it's probably going to happen to the point where you won't be able to spend more piety on it. So
I assume these spells are not.
That's my best answer.
I assume these spells are not going to be castable. Fugue, Ozo's Armor, Detonation Catalyst.
Well, Ozo's is probably. I mean, there's a very high chance. Yeah, pretty much. Zelda's. I think it's. Yeah. Anyway, what I was gonna say is that, like, with regard to also armor, it's something that you're probably gonna have castable based on the fact that I think you're likely to go for the ice route. But
actually, you know what I just thought?
Time,
maybe it's worth picking these books up if it at all like not a lot of turns, just because I'm with Sif, and if I actually do get gifts, it makes the gifts a little better. I don't know if that's even a consideration since I'll be using channels so aggressively.
No, it is true that it does try to have at least one spell that you haven't seen yet. So there's a bit of optimization in there too. Yeah. Did you have any gloves yet?
Yeah, I found +2 gloves fairly early.
Oh yeah, right. +2.
Okay, there's Yurig, and he's sleeping.
Well, Boulder can make good work of Urug, but
yeah, just has
so those jabs. The problem is that with jabs, she can hurt you and the Boulder at the same time. So
I can always just exclude. I mean, she's sleeping after all.
Yeah, maybe it's not such. You still have plenty of places to explore without having to go through there. At this point, I would look at the shop and then go downstairs. I think that's reasonable. You can pick up that gold pile too. I mean, that's a lot of gold for the few amount of turns that you spend. Yeah, thanks for hanging out, Litzy.
Yeah, thanks, Lisi.
I would have been nice to have you here for longer because, again, I'm not sure if what I'm saying is correct.
Yeah, well, this run is gonna, there'll be plenty to dissect, and I'll be doing other streams, I'm sure. Like, this is going to be a multi-stream thing because I'm moving pretty slow.
Yeah.
I don't know if Flug will be here at all times, but I'm certainly going to continue this. Here, I mean,
Yeah, I mean, as long as there's no problem in me being here, I would not have anything against returning.
no, I mean,
So
I love usually it's like I'm by myself and I'm kind of like acting as the authority figure or trying to, but like this is like, now that I'm done with progress, I really want to like take the opportunity to improve where I'm weak at in the game. So I love it. I love this.
that's
Here,
cool.
I assume you buy the at the least you buy ID and the like 2 of the teleport
Yeah,
scrolls,
I would buy one tele and one ID for sure.
and you leave the rest, pretty much.
Yeah, I think I know we said that fog was valuable, but it's still you still need some minimum amount of gold for orc. You will get gold there too, but it's going to be so spread out, right? So you don't want to have to explore the entirety of orc just to have just enough gold for what's it called? Something in the shop, right?
Mm.
Okay. Well, good that you didn't read ID that in the middle of a fight.
Yeah, I'd say that's a good one. Okay, and then we just take the stairs. Okay, so this is the last stop for Lair. I mean, obviously we could have missed it. Book of Conjurations. I don't think I'm casting this stuff.
No, but you can still pick it up anyway.
Yeah,
for
I'm
the
going. I mean,
reason you said earlier.
okay, cool. There's a
Yeah, this one's
wand.
also a bit slow to explore, but I mean, at this point, there's no other good place to explore. So
Found Mind Burst. That's nice.
okay,
We found. I like
yeah,
that I'm seeing a yak. That probably means Lair could be around.
yeah, it could be, yeah.
But I mean, you see, like this, like we know there's more yaks afoot, almost certainly. But I guess you just move toward it, and if you have to, channel and force the issue.
Yeah, I mean, I think uh,
Or do you maybe just fire on it with triple
I guess I would
crossbow?
try to alert them and then try to fight them around here so that you don't have to see even more enemies potentially, or open the door or whatever. Yeah. Anyway, the to answer Zeldist, honestly, what I do, and this does include backtracking, which is not optimal. Normally, I think what you would do if you were strong enough is try to do D and then go to orc, and then do work, and then when you're done with the work, you just go to lair and then do the S branches as you see them, and then slime. But it's a bit unrealistic for this type of character to do it, and most TC attempts. So I would say I just do like you would sort of do in a normal game, right? You go and do layer to layer 5, maybe try to get some loot from the end vaults, uh, and maybe not spend too much time in layer, but just to do a bit of layer as you go down. And then you backtrack and do orc. And then after you're done with orc, if you feel strong enough, you go to the S branches. Uh, but sometimes, depending on your spells, it can be a good idea to, after having done orc, to go elf immediately. If your kit is like freezing cloud, OTR, and you have stuff for dancing weapons and stuff like that, then it might not be a bad idea to do elf. But otherwise, honestly, it's fine to backtrack a bit, even in these runs. It's really like on the level of Sapphire runs where backtracking is going to be kind of bad, or just something that you absolutely want to avoid uh, at all costs. But in this case, a little bit of backtracking is fine. So
I'm like actually
yeah,
surprised at how
basically
good
something.
Boulder is. It makes
Oh, now
me
you know.
yeah, it makes me sick that I have to like concede to Duma that the spell is useful, but I guess I do.
I can't say I know the history between you
Oh
two
well,
when it comes to this spell, but
he made a video about it, but it was pretty funny.
oh really?
Yeah, it's a very meme-ish thing. It's nothing serious, but like I mean I had it classified pretty low. It's mostly because like when you find something and it just works, so you don't have to like I just use Stone Arrow to beat the entire mid game with almost every Earth
Yeah.
Elementalist. And then when I use Boulder,
I think
my
yeah.
initial experiences with Boulder were not good. Like, because I tried on Hydras and they just eat the Boulder half the time. So,
Mm. In your defense, I think the first iteration of the spell was pretty bad, like the one that wobbled around.
yeah,
This one
yeah.
is like much better in my opinion than that one. Yeah, that's true, Zeldist. I mean, if you are using hallways and they tend to be safer anyway, then Boulder doesn't do anything there. But I think that's something that makes the spell interesting. I
I
guess
I definitely think it's
it's
interesting.
more obvious that the spell is usable in this type of run because you don't really get to choose where to fight in the same way. But yeah,
Wow. Just the one shot with the triple X bow. That feels good.
yeah, zero skill. Okay.
I guess I grab fighting here.
Yeah, I think if Sapphire were to play this, I think he wouldn't skill past 5 fighting, but I think
I could also
it's
grab.
fine to train a bit more fighting. Leetzi definitely did in his, and he didn't get punished for it. So I think if you want more fighting, then go ahead.
I
But
might
again,
also.
yeah, I think more.
I might grab
Sorry.
cheap armor. I mean, I have acid scales, which I think that's six
Yeah, I guess you
base.
can go to like 3 or 4 or something. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah. It seems like I'm squeezing out at least one AC here for something like it already jumped up 1.5. I just think for the
yeah,
cost, it's probably worth it. And now I guess I just shoot while I'm waiting for barbs to go away. Okay, I love the wand. Poly. Okay.
Poly. That's actually surprisingly very useful. I mean, uh, it might not seem like it because you usually don't care about it in a normal game. I don't know about you, but uh,
No,
I kind of don't
I
think
like
about it
poly.
too much. But yeah, no, but it's like there's a surprising amount of enemies in S branches where uh, you might want to use it just to save on resources, and it turns out to actually work out. Even
I don't
I have this memory of doing it. Sorry, go ahead.
no, I was just gonna say like poly is one of those things where I'm happy to find it early because it just deals with a lot of low will threats, you know. But
Yeah,
like it's gonna take care of Nessos, for example, who's like absurdly dangerous. It's good against him. It's good against Sandra with this though. But it's one of the things I did drop when old inventory was a thing, like where it had use, but I would drop it in the end game. But
yeah. Oh yeah, Zeldist about Evo breakpoints. I don't think there's really any hard Evo breakpoint except for Tambourine, which I think has a breakpoint for range, and I don't remember what it is. It's like either 9.8 or around 11 or something, but it's around 10 to 11 Evo.
oh, really? That's
That
interesting.
one's yeah. I mean, in normal games, that's to me that's very important to hit if you find Tambourine because it does
Holy
make a big
shit!
difference. But
Wow, what a terrible vault.
do you know if these guys do Doom based on the damage they deal, or
I don't. I know, I know I probably don't want to fight all these guys. Like, I feel like I'm gonna get
it seems like a big waste of time, if anything.
a waste of
I mean, you're
time.
not going to
Yeah.
find Lair in here.
No. I wish I.
I guess, yeah, I guess I should have thought about it earlier
Are they
too.
slow though?
Well,
At
we
least.
both made the mistake. I don't think so.
No. Mm, that's unfortunate. I am gonna move away. I think.
Yeah, I think even if you take a few attacks of opportunity, it's worth it just to not wake these guys up. Well, I guess the Kobold Demonologist is already awake. You could throw a boulder in there. Um,
Just to push back the demonologist, or just
no, the halberd guy, so that you don't take a bunch of doom.
no, I know. I'm just saying, like, it's firing in a line anyway, but right.
I guess.
Yes.
I think most likely he will move away. So
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that does seem good, or better anyway.
hmm.
Okay. Yeah, at this point, I'm moving away
I'm
now.
curious actually. In a normal situation, well, I guess in a normal situation you would just move away from here, right? Like if this was a normal game,
On this
or would
turn?
you actually stay and take the fight? Yeah, like in a normal game, would you move back or would you do something else?
No, in a normal game, I would move back 100%.
Okay,
I think I would do that
I
in any.
think
This seems so dangerous.
yeah, because I think it's just not worth. Yeah, I would just move back.
It seems
You still have
dangerous not
some
only
choke
from like
points.
a dying point of view, but also just like, I mean, the plan of staying in this spot. I mean, that seems terrible. You're gonna end
Yeah,
up with a bunch of doom and possibly dying. So, I don't have like the type of, I don't know, I don't even know what background would hang out here necessarily. Um,
me neither.
like I don't know. I haven't really been doomed early, or I haven't really been doomed at all, pretty that badly. But I like my all the combos I played at the end. They weren't melee. They all like attacked at range, so I didn't have to like hang out. But I don't know. Like even fighting these guys at all, like do you think like fighting these guys is even a thing? Um, like from a corridor?
Well, they're gonna follow you around, so I
Yeah,
mean, yeah. Unfortunately, you're gonna have to waste a bit of time
yeah.
doing it, at least up until the point where they stop following you. So,
It's not like
I
a
mean,
good.
fighting around here seems decent. You have a decent choke point. The boulder's not going to great against too many walls if you have to use it.
I
Um,
guess yeah, because it's either if it's not here, then I guess it's like way up here, and I don't think this is good
yeah,
for
and
Boulder.
then you would have to walk back again to the left. So it seems like you get most of the benefits by just staying here.
Okay. I think I boulder and then look for an opportunity to channel. Does that sound correct?
I guess if you're gonna channel anyway, then sure. Honestly, I thought I'd sandblast here because they're still kobolds, right? They're not really
Yeah, maybe I'm
that
giving
much
these guys
worse.
too much
Oh, they
credit.
do have a lot of AC though. They do have a lot of AC. Even, but I guess they have low HP, so maybe it's fine. I don't know. I think sandblasting is probably fine, but you can make the decision.
It hit him, but did no
Okay, yeah,
damage. Yeah, I think I have to stone arrow, maybe like stone arrow channel.
yeah, sounds fine to me. Uh, yeah, I mean, if you had flame wave, then this place would be pretty good to fight them in. But I wouldn't stay in that place to flame wave. Uh,
These
maybe
guys.
it would be fine, but I think it would just. The thing is, you want to move away from this vault anyway because it seems like a big waste of time. So you don't actually lose that much by walking away if you
Yeah, but
already were in that position.
right. But I think I do you think I move like northwest with the idea of like just kind of like disengaging from a portion of these monsters, since it is kind of a waste?
I guess you have room to do it a little bit. The only thing I'm afraid of is if you notice some other more threatening monster
Yeah, and get
while
flanked.
you're walking in the dark, then yeah,
Yeah. All right. Yeah. I guess I'm somewhat committed. I just hate this demonologist being involved because he's very dangerous.
yeah, they're pretty scary. At least you managed to actually damage it in the first turn or whatever, the first few turns.
Yeah. I guess I don't know. I'm inclined to like
Yeah, just Boulder. I think
Maybe
it
I
doesn't
use
have to be
this.
too complicated.
Maybe I use this opportunity to channel.
Yeah, sounds fine to me.
Okay, cool.
Nice. Now you can target the demonologist.
All right, sweet. That was a good. I think that was a good result.
Yeah.
Okay, not bad. I don't know what the hell this vault is. Like, if it's just a Kiku, or like, do you think this is worth exploring at all? Maybe there's a Necro
I
book
have
in it.
no idea, but I assume it isn't, but I
You
could be
assume it
wrong.
isn't worth it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even if you have already killed these guys, I'm assuming it's not that worth
Watch it be like some kind of rift vault or something. Like,
it. Well, to be fair, you probably want to have an enhancer staff anyway, eventually. So
you think an
bestow
enhancer?
on wield sounds.
Do you think finding enhancer staff is more valuable than finding rift at this moment?
I guess I'm not sure. The thing is, like, you still don't want to, even with a really good weapon, it's still untrained, and it's still going to be, kind of slow and inaccurate. More importantly, so I would almost say, yeah, I think I would prefer an enhancer staff. But it's true that we don't really have any like higher level Earth spells. So
You don't go down to D12 here, right? You kind of just hang out above
no,
D11.
I don't think it's worth it. Mostly because we still have to think about shafts, also, right? So
Yeah, I
no,
mean that's how I normally play. Like, I like going
yeah,
into lair as soon as I find it if I haven't been shafted just in general.
okay.
But I don't know. Like, I just ask because I don't know if that's a concern with turn count. If you worry about stuff like that, this
Oh,
looks like
nice. There it
lairish.
is, layer. Okay, got it.
Um, yeah, I guess I'll take some more spell casting.
What's the turn count at now? By the way,
Currently, we're at
yeah,
2200.
this is very good. This is very good.
That's cool because
Uh,
I already feel like I've learned some minor things. So okay, elephant.
yeah, the main thing that we don't have that would be very nice to get is spells.
Yeah, yeah, I would love to find like
Uh,
OTR or F Cloud or something. I would think
yeah,
those would be
to
good.
answer Zelda's question, I mean, if I got BVC, I would train Necro just to make it castable. So the thing is, uh, if you have Infestation is still a good turn count spell. I want to point that out. So, like, you can still do the whole Death Channel Infestation stuff, even without Kiku, although it's better with Kiku to some degree, I guess. But no, yeah, the main thing is that you still want to find some sort of, just like in a regular game, you want to find a win con. But here, especially because it's harder to respec. So it's you can't just spend a bit of extra time to get XP. Then there's no guarantee that you're going to find Shatter or whatever, or any
Yeah,
other good Earth spell.
I mean,
But yeah, anyway, this looks pretty.
I would imagine it's not really a pivot. It's more like what can I incorporate? Because you're not gonna stop using like the spells you have. You just
Yeah, like what are you going to use to clear S branches with?
yeah. This looks
Okay.
pretty bad as far as like that basilisk being in line of sight. Oh wait, I'm immune to petrify, right?
Yeah, but I mean, this still looks pretty bad.
Yeah. I
Um,
wish I had a
because
scroll.
you have to. Yeah, sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was just lamenting that I don't have like scroll of poison might be good here if I had it.
Oh yeah, that would be amazing.
I have I have a two stack of scroll. If I get like the only I don't even know if there really isn't a bad one.
Yeah, emo means that you probably have to go upstairs again.
Yeah,
But,
that's the worst one. Mo means I go up, but like poison, fear, butterfly summoning, acquirement are all great, right?
yeah, and you already have identified tele, so you won't get teleed into some other place. That
Yeah.
might not even be a bad, to be fair, but
I
I
feel
think
like, well, I'll still like look at my other options, but I feel like reading a 2-stack might be like plus EV.
yeah, the only downside is that you're still spending a turn, and maybe there's some thing that you need to do this turn
Right.
specifically.
Yeah, that's why I'm not like snapping it off, but it's worth considering. The other, I mean, what would be like my other options? There's not really a good boulder. The only boulder I can fire is at Basilisk. Otherwise, it's really just kind of like firing at something else, or you know, I don't know. I don't think I channel here because I think I'm gonna end up stair dancing if it doesn't go perfectly.
No, you probably want to channel later. Yeah.
So yeah, I
If
think I'm gonna
anything.
read the 2-stack and see what we get.
Right, here goes nothing.
Okay, we got.
It was emo.
Yeah, we got the worst one. So I think we have to go up, right? I mean, I want to see what
I
the
don't think there's
poly.
any way to. The thing is, you can use wands here and try to. Because the thing is, if you get an emo explosion off, that's really good. Like, as long as you're not in the blast radius.
Yeah.
I'm just not sure if it's worth. Because, okay, what would you do then? You would use. My guess would be you use light wand and actually not aim it at the basilisk. No, it's not basilisk. Not
You
the
name it.
Komodo dragon,
You
but
name it straight
the
west. I would
blink
think,
frog.
right? Just
Yeah, because
straight
you
west.
hit several things and then maybe you even just kill the stuff immediately.
Like if I do.
You have 5 charges left. I guess there's no point in like trying to save them.
No.
The problem is if this whiffs.
Yeah. The
Yeah,
problem is if it whiffs or doesn't explode, I have a Komodo dragon next to me, and it's worth noting that the lair entrance is not good. Like if I come up, I'll be
yeah,
cornered in by an immolated Komodo dragon.
yeah, exactly. So I guess and the thing is like it's not even a guarantee that the Komodo dragon will die, even if you get an explosion off.
Exactly. Yeah. It's not. It might not die, and it even if I hit both of them, it might not explode at all.
What you would have to do then
Is
is
re
you would have to use warping, actually. And I mean, you would have to do it on this tile, like not go up, but like you have to use warping on the. I think actually thinking about warping, maybe it is safe to fire west with a light wand, and if the Komodo dragon comes to you, then you can try to warp it away or something.
yeah. Because the other option
How
is
many
like
charges of warping did you have?
I think I got like 4 or 5. 4.
Okay, so I guess it's fine. Yeah.
Because like I don't like.
What were you gonna say?
I was just gonna say that my other options are not super appealing because if I end up, it's not a great. It's just a terrible stair dance entrance. You know, going up into where I can't even really reposition. So I guess if it goes totally wrong, there's always like teleporting somewhere else. I mean, that's always dicey, but
Yeah.
all right, yeah, I think I like this, and we'll see what happens. Okay, that's kind of what I expected.
Yeah.
So
It
now
doesn't seem too bad yet. I think you could argue that you actually want to keep firing west because
because they're
they are clumped up in such a place that now you will kill all of them if you hit. So and then you postpone the warping thing for one turn later.
yeah, yeah, I think that's not too bad. Okay, we got him. That seems
Yeah,
like a
very
good
nice.
result for that turn. So now I think I probably warp the Komodo. Or
Well, let's say you did. Then the blink frog's next to you. It is true that because they blink, you could go up and then walk around until it blinks away, and then you can try to kill it. But alternatively, you could fire a stone arrow at the blink frog now, so that it might just die, and then you can. And if it doesn't, then you warp the Commoner Dragon away, and then you just proceed as you would normally.
Yeah,
But if it dies, then
I
you
think you're
have
right,
a
especially
much
since
safer upstairs potentially.
sorry for talking over you. I think yeah, I think you're right. Just cuz especially since the Komodo didn't hit me this turn. Okay. Actually, that
Okay.
seems good. All right. I guess I warp now. I mean, the only other thing I could think of would be like poisoning it and moving away, but who knows what I open up if I do that. Okay, that's a good result.
Nice.
I think I probably
Yeah.
fire at
Sorry.
the blink frog, right?
Yeah. Just like the same logic as before, really. Maybe ensure that the Komodo Dragon dies, because the Blink Frog might just like blink away anyway with time, and then you
Yeah.
only have the Basilisk to worry about. Maybe move to the northwest a bit. I mean, in case you have to warp again, then you can get several things. Okay, that's a bit mean.
I think
But
I'm
also,
like
if I'm talking over you too much, then just say that, because
yeah, it's
like
fine.
we established earlier, we have this delay between each other, so it's a bit hard to know. But
Yeah, it's all good. I'm not worried about it. I think hopefully it's not, you know, too disorienting for who's listening, but I think like
yeah,
uh I don't feel like I'm in danger that I have to use a wand thing here. I'm
no, I
inclined.
think you can keep walking. The main, well, actually, you should fire against the basilisk, right? Because if
Yeah,
you
yeah,
can
yeah.
get the Rhyme Drake now, that's very nice. Yeah, and now the Rhyme Drake's even better of a target. Okay,
Okay. Wow, I got
yeah,
hit.
that's
What did I get hit by? Oh, I got hit by
was the
the
Rhyme Drake.
yeah. Got me good.
All right, well, okay. Hmm.
I don't have a warp here.
Maybe top left. I'm not sure. This does look pretty bad. Maybe you would. Maybe you have to use something like Blink even. I think I underestimated how much damage they would do in that turn.
Yeah. Well, yeah. So I have blink. That saves me this turn for sure. Let's see if there's something else that's less valuable I can use. I mean, the thing is like I'm next to this basilisk and I cannot really I don't want to kill him cuz then he'll kill me.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Yeah, I guess man.
You could quaff ID uh, if you are fine. Because, oh, yeah, no, actually, I just realized that it is possible, although unlikely, that because the Rhyme Drake is standing in fire clouds, that you could get a chain explosion from here, and then you die without even doing anything, right?
Mhm. Yeah, it's true.
So, yeah, like Saint Ras just said. So I think you have to either move northwest or something, or blink. I don't think quaff IDing is worth the risk
No, I
this
don't
turn.
either. I can get some very bad ones like attraction. I think like
Yeah.
yeah, it's you meant move northeast, right? Not northwest, like away from the other blink frog? Or do you mean northeast? Northwest.
I did say northwest and meant northwest, but maybe you're right that it's better. I'm just thinking about ways that you can get warping to be usable against both. Because if you keep moving northeast, then nothing gets updated, right? It's just I mean, I guess you can use warping against just the basilisk, but the main danger here is still, outside of just explosions, is also the Rhyme Drake breath.
Right.
So
Like if I move here, more than likely the basilisk is going to move like he's going to move with me to the south, probably, right?
Yeah, I think that's what's going to happen.
Although if he does
But it
that,
could also move north.
if he moves north, he gets an attack on me and attack of opportunity.
Yeah, and then you're potentially in line of fire of the. I'm not sure if you are, but you could be in line of fire of the Ryan Drake.
We can look because like he'll be here. I think I am, although he is catching his breath, but I don't know if that means anything for next turn.
I think sometimes they can. Yeah, I'm not sure how it works. I think you get at least one turn, Grace turn. At least that's how it's supposed to be.
If I do, then I do get a good warp, right? Because I'm here. The Basilisk is here. The Drake is where the Basilisk now is, and then I can fire warp right on this square and hit them both.
But still, like Zeldist is saying, I think you probably do want to blink. Even if it seems very wasteful, I think you probably do want to blink.
Yeah, I mean, I'm thinking. I said in the beginning, I'm probably gonna blink because I don't want to make a mistake in my calculations and then die. I was just thinking if there was another way that I can safely navigate this turn, but maybe there isn't. I mean, because like even with the warping, the warp can go bad.
Yeah, exactly. It could warp next to you, and then it explodes, and then you die. So,
I probably just
before you blink, you can blink there. But I was also thinking about if you want to do something slightly more aggressive, you could blink so that you're diagonally, like still in a diagonal line to the Basilisk and the Rhyme Drake, and then you can fire a boulder down the hallway. But I'm still worried about what would happen if the Rhyme Drake just avoids the boulder and then breathes at you. So maybe you're right. But still, if you blink into the very far away, there could still be.
There could be something there. I mean, I think.
Yeah, exactly.
Wherever I blink, I'm probably opening up some line of sight. If I blink southwest, like where my cursor is right now, they do have to. It'll stay in the flames, and I can possibly like blow them up.
That's true. Do you know if the flash freeze gets stopped by fire clouds?
I don't. I've never done this much research on a Rhyme Drake. I don't really know if it does. Is this like a?
Because I know Bolt of Cold does, but I have no idea if Flash Freeze does.
I don't know. Yeah, I really don't know.
Helmag was complaining that this freezes the air next to a target, but you can still block it, which doesn't really make any sense if you think about.
I don't understand.
Trying to imagine it.
Because I learned that just because of Orbs of Winter that they were blockable, and I don't really understand why.
Yeah.
I always thought Flash Freeze was
I think it's more because of a general rule rather than something specific to what's it called?
Like
it's not specific to the Flash Freeze. It's just a general rule with projectiles and bolts.
Is Flash Freeze is something that needs line of fire, though, correct?
Yeah.
So I don't know. Maybe it's too greedy to blink southwest because I can just be hit by Flash Freeze, and I'm not really sure that.
I think you do have one Grace turn, but the thing is, you would need to kill the Rhyme Drake the next turn to be safe, and then also hope that there's nothing else that can hit you.
Does
we still did make a ton of noise here with these explosions? It's not been a lot of turns, I guess, but if something happened to be nearby, then it's awake, so it's going to be wandering around.
If I move southwest and fire a boulder at the Rhyme Drake, the boulder blocks its line of fire, right?
That's true, yeah. And I guess boulders, it's hard for them to evade that. So that's a good point, actually. I didn't think about that. That's a good idea.
I'm starting to think that might be the plan. Blink, see what happens, and then with the idea of maybe firing a boulder northeast toward them.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. That's what I got. This was not a good entrance. All right, let's see what happens. Okay, there's nothing.
Okay, this looks pretty good.
Yeah, I think that was a good result. Hopefully this doesn't miscast. Okay, it didn't
This
miscast.
should be safe now. I think it will almost certainly die this turn.
Is there anything else I should be doing here? Like, should I be channeling just in case? You think, like, what should I do besides just hit period?
I think it wouldn't hurt to channel because you don't know if other monsters are going to appear.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I think you're probably going to have enough time to react to that. So
I'm going to channel. I don't want to die.
I think it's fine to.
Yeah, because I didn't. Okay.
That's. I respect that decision.
Okay, that seems good. Okay, here comes...
Nice, you got poison too.
Here comes a water moccasin. I assume I move toward the stairs.
Yeah, just move towards the stairs. You have your clouds to help you. If you can make use of them.
Let me think about this before I just move. I think I gotta move like around these two pillars to the southwest of the stairs to disappear, to get up the stairs if I need to, because the cloud prevents
Yeah,
that.
because then you block line of you don't see them for a moment. You close your eyes and then they're gone. Did it take a while for you to get used to that change, by the way? Because clouds used to not care if you saw them or not, even the ones that you made, right?
No, because my memory is very poor. So I think probably when they changed it, I was just like, oh, did it always work like that? I guess so, and just kept on with my life. I don't really notice things like that a lot of the time. You know, I'm more likely to notice... The things I notice are when they change things in the UI that are like... When I do something through muscle memory and it doesn't work, I'm like, oh, they must have changed something. But I don't...
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Stuff like that, I just assume I remembered wrong or something.
I know that feeling because I feel the same about quite a few things in Crawl too. Even though sometimes I do remember comments, but
like I always tell people, like, you'd be surprised how little I know about this game. For someone who's, you know, played probably like almost 6,000 games, like I just don't memorize stuff that doesn't really affect. I guess it does affect decision making, but it's just something I kind of... a lot of things I don't memorize. I just kind of reassess them as they come.
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
Here, like, see, here's where like
Right.
spellcasting costs 14.3. Like, here's where I would likely grab.
I mean, now it's a bit expensive.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with Zeldust. Get some Evo, maybe get some fighting too.
Yeah, I'm gonna grab like an...
You're also getting closer to the point where you're gonna have exegesis available. So at that point, it would be nice to get enough Invo so that it's reasonably usable as well. I don't remember if you use it and fail the ability, does it consume piety? That's another thing I should know, but I always don't remember how it works.
I don't know either, but I think it might. Oh, I just accidentally unmuted.
Because in that case, it's very important that you have enough, very low fail rate on it, because exegesis is so expensive. And you have a fantastic spell to use it on too. So, okay, that's good to know, Zeldust.
No piety consumption if it fails. Okay. All right. Well, we got through that, and what did we? Well, we used a blink scroll. That's bad, but other than that, we didn't use too much consumables.
Some ones too. That's not irrelevant, I would say, but yeah, I think we need to maybe qualify these some potions.
Okay.
It does suck to gamble on mute, but I think you just have to do it. Okay, yeah, see, that's good to have. Also extremely good to have. Yeah.
Maybe, actually, I think I'm going to quaff ID the other one later and just enjoy Brilliance right now. That way I don't quaff ID cancel.
Oh, yeah, true. Not a bad...
do you usually just go straight to layer 2 since that's where you find S branches?
Yes, because you need to find the S branches. That's the other important thing you need to do now.
I found
Not because you need to go in them now, but you want to... if you're not gonna fully explore layer anyway, at least the bulk of the exploration should be to find S branches. If you find them super quickly, then I guess I'm not sure exactly what you should do. If you can do layer 5, but yeah, but it's unlikely. I need to take a small break just for like a minute or so. I'll be back soon.
Yeah, no problem. How funny would that be if I died while he was gone? Hell rats are definitely something that I can't get drained. Yeah, I was saying earlier, Zeldest, I would not mind finding like OTR or F Cloud. But this is like being at 2,300 turns. I don't know if I've been. I can look at the game path maybe of my high scores, but I feel like it's rare that I've been in like well into lair on this turn count. So I already feel like I've really like leveled up my early game at the least. Yeah. Brand scroll. Okay. I don't think I need boomerangs. I don't know what else I would turn off. Maybe silence? Am I ever using silence? Turning off noise. Everything else I think I would probably always pick up. Yeah, that is true. Yeah, it's a good call.
Okay, I'm back. Sorry for the delay.
Yeah, no problem. So you didn't miss much. We killed some things. I found a staircase and I went down it.
Yeah, seems reasonable. But yeah, just like with work and lair, it can take quite a lot of turns to find the S branch entrances, so be prepared for that. I mean, in our case, this game, it was pretty smooth, actually, all things considered, with the first two, but yeah. So be prepared for that, at least.
I guess I can bring up Invo at this point. It costs a little bit more than fighting, but there's no other spells, really. So do you take this?
Yeah, that's the unfortunate. Yeah, I would take that gold pile.
No, the staircase. Do you just keep going down and up staircases when you find them?
Yeah, because I mean, you're gonna find upstairs on layer 4, and then you, like here, for example, then you can go there and then check. There's a bunch of trees there, maybe worth checking out. Okay, no, that's not a swamp.
Do you peek up into? Well, yeah, that's layer 2, so I guess I might as well.
Yeah.
I guess Boulder is no good against these guys.
I think, yeah, I think you want to use, like here, you still have 22 AC. You're probably good with using Sound Blast against these guys.
Yeah, I don't know if I need to like stare dance these guys. They hit for 20. Maybe I'm fine. I don't know because I never here I think I stare dance. I don't know because I never like.
Uh,
Oh wait, I'm not on a. Oh wait,
you,
yeah, I'm
you
on a.
could do that because you have quite a bit to explore on that floor anyway. If you didn't, then I think you would like. Let's say you hypothetically didn't, right? And going up was just going to be a explored floor. Then I think it would be worth to use channel magic here just to keep it going, and then just to give a perspective of how much you actually can use it, even though it doesn't seem like you should be.
You said if I don't stare dance, you advocate for using channel here.
Yeah, I mean, yes, exactly.
Okay.
Because there's a yak pack here, right?
There's one yak here. Now I'm not sure. Now maybe I just go down.
I guess you have to go down now.
Yeah, my channel
That's a shame.
failed, even though. Well, I guess it is at 5%.
That was pretty unlucky, but I guess that does prove the point of wanting to train Inbo.
It's an electric eel. I don't have It's probably fine though. Oh,
Flame.
I have resist elect. I keep forgetting that.
Yeah. The one time where it's pretty safe to just walk up to them. Yeah, I would just keep exploring this floor now because now, of course, that staircase is pretty.
This guy probably I can. If I can get him away from the wall, I could probably just boulder him. I think.
Yeah, they're pretty okay boulder targets. Just takes a bit more MP than usual because they kill the boulder quickly.
Yeah, see this is where boulder angers me sometimes. Like where they just like. I think I had this exact experience, and I was like, I don't like boulder after this.
Well, I guess you can use Stone Dart a bit and then use Boulder to knock it back. It's still getting knocked back, so
Yeah,
for
true.
what it's worth, it's still doing something.
Yeah, I tried to pull it away from the wall, but I don't know. Maybe I let it get close and fire on it before I boulder. Because I don't think chaining boulders doesn't seem good against hydras with this many heads anyway.
I think you do, based on what's happened anyway. I think you do, like you say, you probably do want to use your like Sandblast slash Stone Arrow and then Boulder just to get it away from you.
Yeah.
So,
Zelda says, "Flug, how do you play shift dramatically if you're playing something like human with explore regen? Would you take extra risks while pathing?"
I think honestly, I don't know if the way I play human is correct. It's still like I'm not someone that played a lot of Meteoran for high score back when that was around, but I would say that yes, you're right that it doesn't change too much. Because I mean, you can always say, well, okay, if you have teleport, then you can heal. So I guess there's like minor things, like if you see teleport traps, that's just like a trap of healing, effectively, and they're way safer to take because you can. So I guess it's true. Like for example, if I was playing human Earth Elementalist, pass walling, I would pass wall a lot more often when I'm exploring because I'm just going to get back the MP anyway. But at least I don't have to have a MP region amulet for that. But I'm not sure. I think fundamentally the heuristic that you're going by, that we've vaguely been going by in this game, is sort of the same for human. But yeah, honestly, I think there's probably a bit of a larger difference if you're playing it correctly. I just am not on that level. So I can't adequately answer that question.
Do you think Scrolls of Silence are worth picking up on this character?
I mean, you're probably going to explore in that direction anyway, and because consumables don't take inventory slots, this is not something you have to think about. But if you hypothetically were to play an older version, then I guess it's still possible, but it's much less likely. You're still not at the inventory limit that you normally would be at, I think. But yeah. It's more like in case you explore into a Rolka and you don't think you can kill her quickly enough, just like in a normal game, right? Then, okay, this looks pretty scary.
Yeah, I think I might have punted a bit on positioning.
Let's see here. And the problem is you're not going to be able to get rid of that boulder beetle, I think, in time. But I guess still to start with, you probably should kill the Komodo dragon that's low, right? Otherwise, you just take a bunch of attacks of opportunity. Are you thinking about using the door? Is that why you're moving back? Or
Yeah,
what are your
well,
thoughts?
I was, but like just this position, I was thinking if I needed to like teleport and then before I leave, just kill the Komodo dragon. But I could
Right. That's a good idea. Yeah. How many tele scrolls did you have?
3. Um,
You know what? It's not a bad idea. I would read a teleport scroll.
yeah, because the only other thing is like kill the Komodo and then try to move toward the door. But I don't know how I create space necessarily here doing that.
It's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You would take quite a few opportunity attacks on average just going there. So
Yeah, I think
yeah.
I do this. Although,
Okay, that's already very concerning.
yeah, yep. I do really.
Maybe try. How can you aim warping in a favorable way?
I
No,
mean,
honestly, self warping isn't a terrible idea necessarily. The problem is that if the boulder beetle still hits you, then that's it, right? I guess last turn that might have been a better idea, but yeah.
I think I just try to kill this Komodo to the east of me and see what happens. Um,
I think the beetle's not gonna hit you next turn. It's gonna be adjacent to you,
yeah,
probably. Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
Now
Um.
I can either warp it or I could heal wounds. I guess. I can only.
Okay. It's been okay. So you read Tele, and now you use Stone Arrow. So that's 2 turns. It can be. Yeah, I guess I'm tempted to use heal wounds here, even if you only have 1, because you still have a pretty high chance of dying here. Also, when Tele goes off, you might be in range of other monsters, right? So you might have to do it anyway.
The roll is the damage it does is equal to this attack here.
Yes, I
Yeah,
think so.
it's quite a bit.
I thought it was 1d64, but I guess it's been changed since then. Or yeah, at least it was when it got reintroduced. These guys. So yeah, I'm not sure.
Okay.
Okay, it wasn't necessary, but I think it was the right play. I think I'm not that sad about this. The other thing you could have done is to warp just the beetle if you aimed it in a suitable
Yeah.
place, because then you could just wait for the tele to go off. But given that you already took a lot of damage from that Komodo dragon, I think it was just a bit too risky.
I assume here I just try to kill this moccasin and don't open up more line of fire. A line of sight, I mean.
Yeah, considering that you're going to have to explore to the east anyway. There's not much to see to the north. So yeah.
Okay. Do you generally peek down into layer 5 here?
Mm,
It definitely could be dangerous. There could be, death
I
yaks.
think based on what's happened so far, I think it's better to play it safe and keep going to layer 4. Like Zeldis pointed out, we don't have good AoE, so we're gonna lose a lot of time trying to do layer 5 bit by bit anyway.
Yeah, I guess it's possible. I mean, you think it's possible that we end up like, because you don't do S branches the first time through, right? Like you back through and do orc and all that.
Yeah, not in this type of context. I mean, it's the ideal thing to do. If we're playing a Meteoran, then you would do this for sure. If you were going to like a good score, but
But
we're
like,
not strong enough for this. Yeah,
yeah. But so I don't think we even have to. You don't necessarily have to go into layer 5 until we come back, right?
that's true. But I mean, you can still do it for XP and loot primarily. It depends on the layer 5 layout. Like if it's, for example, let's say it's the Merfolk Siren one, the Gamma Funk layer 5 ending,
Uh-huh.
and you somehow have to fight the stuff anyway, then at least the loot's all in the middle. So you don't have to like walk around the edges of the map to find all the loot. Sorry. So in that case, you don't lose that much time. It seems like a decent trade-off. You get some XP, you get some loot, you spend like a few hundred turns maybe.
Man, I
And
don't love
especially
that.
considering that we need spells, so we do any guaranteed quote unquote source of loot is valuable.
Yeah, I mean, there's an arc jolt. That's like the only like reasonable spell, but I don't.
I'm struggling to think that it would be worth it, honestly, because with bad apts, it's
Yeah.
not a spell that I feel like really scales well as a win con. I mean, because okay, well now you've trained air magic and conj, so what are you going to use next? I mean, MCC is not bad, but it's not something that's going to be like your main spell that's going to clear stuff. CBL also works, but if you damage yourself, then you lose time in that way, and you make a ton of noise.
Yeah.
Plasma beam is the same, where you can't aim it, and normally that's not a problem because it's cheap to reposition. But in this case, it isn't, especially considering you're making noise and you have to fight everything at once. So there's and couple that with your bad air magic apt, it just doesn't seem worth it. That's my reasoning, though. I'm not sure if it's correct.
No, I mean, it makes sense. I was really just throwing it out there because it's really the only even, reasonable spell we have that could be considered an AoE.
Yeah, but I mean, you are right that we really do need to find an option soon. So
We did get exegesis now, so if we have to use it, we have Dragon's Call, I guess.
yeah, I would still say that if you don't know what to train, still train Invo so that exegesis is more reliable.
Yeah, I think I agree. I probably need to channel again here.
I think you can use Sandblast more if you
Yeah.
want to.
You don't think? I'm not really sure on these guys. They have 2 pips of AC. I don't know if
Yeah,
that.
I mean, it's not great, but
Okay, it did do damage. It is doing damage.
I mean, I can say that you're right that the safer thing to do is what you were doing with Stone Arrow, but at the same time, like if we remember what we were saying before about HP also being sort of a resource, you can at least kind of start doing that until it's starting to look hairy, like it
Yeah.
is now, for example.
Yeah. Now I probably. Now I probably need to channel again. I only have 2, maybe 3 shots of Stone Arrow.
Yeah, just keep going. Like you've seen, you get back piety pretty quickly, despite what may look like.
This guy hits for 20 and 5. Well, I think we're just going to keep doing this as long as we're not in one-shot range. Okay. Sheesh.
Yeah. Looks like you just barely made it through. But also, I think you weren't really in extreme danger there either.
No, I think it was like just very moderate danger. Zeldust, I'm on CDI currently. If anybody for some reason wants to spectate. Oh, right. It's not going to let me Lobot post a link, but yeah, I'm on CDI. Okay. Well, I'm going to, oops. That was, I opened up a new window by hitting Control N. So let me do this real quick. Whoa, shit. Oh. Jesus. The Komodo dragon came out of nowhere. I didn't see him. This is a nightmare.
Well, now you have to blink. I mean, don't think that you have any other option that works. I would suggest, I mean, okay, well, this is because I'm used to it, but I do have a force more for when monsters come into view. So if this was the first time you saw this Komodo dragon, it would have, you wouldn't have taken this damage. But yeah.
Yeah, I got to set that up in my RC because this is definitely going to come up again probably.
I mean, the thing is, it can happen anyway with some monster that you have seen. So when you're bread swinging like this, you should be very careful. But yeah, it's easy to make this type of mistake. I make it all the time.
Ugh. Well, it's going to cost me a blink scroll, so that's pretty harsh.
Yeah, at least you have a safe way to kill it without taking any damage, as long as nothing else is walking around here. Let's hope that's not the case.
Actually, maybe I let it get a little closer so I can stone arrow and then I do this. Okay. Jeez. There's nothing worse than that feeling of like you're doing something that you think is completely safe and then
and then you get punished for it in
you just see your
unreasonable way too.
Well, the worst is when you do it and then you just see like the end screen and you're dead and you're like, how? Like when I first started playing offline, when you died, you know, the program just closes and then you have to come back and figure out how you died.
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean.
All right, maybe this is good enough. And yeah, Flug, let me know if you need to go or whatever. My streams are usually about 3 hours or so, so maybe.
Okay, yeah, no, but it seems like if we go for another 15 minutes, that seems pretty good to me.
Okay, cool.
Because you started like 2.5 hours ago or something, or 2:40.
Yeah, I have it at 2:49 currently, so.
Okay, yeah.
We'll go through, and I just want to, at the end, just set up that thing in my RC file so that that doesn't happen again. And then we'll call it a stream. This is definitely like the most I've used Sandblast on any Earth Elementalist, that's for sure.
Right, because normally if you have Stone Arrow, you can just reset when you.
Yeah, I mean, at this point,
out, right?
A lot of time I would have amnesia'd it if I found other spells and I needed to do that. Maybe not with Sif, I don't know, but yeah, I tend to not use Sandblast very much once I get Stone Arrow.
This could be either the Ambrosia Vault, which is actually very nice to find, because Ambrosia's.
Yeah,
Getting like a few Ambrosia potions is very.
I imagine it is.
Yeah.
I mean, you still engage here,
No,
right? Even though I'm sure there's a lot of bees here.
yeah, I think so. I mean, it's just killer bees and maybe some melee at worst.
I'm gonna pull back just because I don't. I think it's worth it to not fight berserk killer bees. Those are still kind of scary.
Sure. I mean, what's your turn count at right now? If we're just looking at what your pace is. Yeah, I mean, I don't think
28,
you have
5,
no reason
7.
to be super stressed out.
Yeah, I'm at 28, 5,
Like
7.
Litzy said on his run, he was at 3k turns when he entered lair, and he did, to D11. That said, he did have Vile Clutch, I think, when he entered lair, so
I would like
us not having spells is going to slow us down. But my point is that, like, you're not too slow yet.
This is pretty scary. Melee on against a gargoyle, I imagine.
Can you get it with warping, maybe?
No, this
I guess
bee is
not.
ruining it. I could maybe hit it with light, but I only have 3. I could get it with light.
I think it's fine.
I think it's probably worth it. You think the situation's fine, you mean?
No, I think it's worth it.
Yeah. I mean, this is what I would do.
It's fine to use light.
I would definitely do this in a normal game because I very much respect Melee with not a lot of HP. Okay. That seems... I don't know what his possibility is of smiting me while he's blind. Do you think I just fire on him, or do you think, like, would you
I think so, because of how it can still miss the killer bee, and if you don't, then you have a way to hit it with warping, worst case, right?
Yeah, what I mean is,
well,
like...
maybe not if the other bee moves to where that one was. I don't know.
I would be inclined to just fire at it with like...
I think it's fine to sonar, yeah.
Yeah. Unless something changes. Okay, yeah. Because these things are like... I mean, I'm like 48% to hit. That means it's like a coin flip to even fire on him anyway. And now
exactly.
Yeah.
There's one light charge, which is not too bad.
Do you know, is it likely that there are more melee in here?
I don't know, because the thing is, like, Index does all these vault reviews, and I guess in theory I should always look at what she changes, but that means that some of these vaults do get changed a little bit in ways that you aren't used to. I think, not too long ago there just weren't any melee in this vault.
Don't they always come in 3s? I think they might.
There.
I think they might come in 3s, Eldest. I think you're right.
I'm not sure if that's always true, but that's true when it's a melee pack. But the thing is, I think these monsters are spawned by a vault, so I'm not sure if that's
right. I don't know.
The rule so applies.
I don't know if that changes things. I do know, like, they used to be much more common, and I remember posting a screenshot of like 9 or 12 melee and being like,
I would boulder here, by the way, because if it double moves here, then you're in a much worse spot. If the melee comes back, for example.
No, I was thinking of stone arrowing. You think boulder is a better move against the cane toad?
I think you do want to avoid that scenario when it's next to you. Yeah. Sorry if that's a bit backseaty. But...
No. You're here to backseat, so please do. I don't really feel confident on this type of run. Like here in this position, do you like tend to bread swing a bit before you engage? Because I feel like if I hit 2 melee, I'm in big trouble.
I'm not sure if it's correct, but I think I would actually explore more to the east, because I know that I'll probably have to explore there anyway. And
right.
Then I still have a corner to go around, like here, for example. Yeah.
Yeah, especially since we did that and the melee is actually on our tail.
And now it's further away from all the other stuff, so at least we're probably fighting this one-on-one, which is good.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna move northeast and then do this. Do these things have armor? I think I still use Stone Arrow. I don't want to take an extra turn against them.
It's fast. Yeah, like it's not MP efficient, but it's more aught efficient to use Stone Arrow. So that's why you would use it in this case.
Yeah, I think it's also like living efficient as far as like letting them get more than one, turns worth of movements.
Yeah, you can't react as well as you
I
would otherwise.
I think I want to like explore that vault to the south in case there is ambrosia, right?
You do, but this is a bit low HP to do it in.
Right, but I
With.
think do you think I bread swing here? I think so,
I
right?
think you shouldn't feel too bad if you bread swung a bit. But yeah, be careful so that the Komodo dragon thing doesn't happen again.
Yes, yes. Good point. Okay, I think I'm gonna move.
Yeah, you just needed a little bit more so that
Okay, well,
you don't get too shocked by smite. I'm gonna guess that was all the male guy in the vault.
how many did we fight? 3? I don't recall. No, there's another one.
Okay, I was wrong.
Yeah, we only fought 2, I think. I think moving northwest breaks. No, it doesn't. I don't know if I want to move.
Well,
I could move back
you
and
don't
then
have.
break.
Yeah,
I
I
move
think
back.
you still have to move.
Yeah.
And yeah, exactly. And then you have stun arrow range.
We are losing though, and let me just take a look at this. I feel like we could die here.
What's your chances with disintegration?
I feel like it's in the 60s to 70s. Yeah, it's 79. That might be the move.
I think because it has higher chance to do anything, right? Because stun arrow has it's 60% to hit.
Yeah, it's almost 20%.
And it would deal more damage probably. So
alternatively,
mind burst is better.
Like we could take a look at the polys, but yeah, it's less chance and this. I mean, I don't know if I want to fight a raven or a hornet necessarily at this point. Yeah, that was the move for sure.
Looks good.
Okay. I'm just gonna pick up this dart. I don't think there's any more melee. I think I'm okay, unless, well, no, there's more bees. Let's pull back a little. I just want to get into the 30s of HP. Yeah, let's just actually fire on him. Okay. Our invo's at 12. I think exegesis is like probably hovering around 10%. Maybe I can just bring that up more. Otherwise, it's fighting for half the cost.
Or Evo. You can still get Evo even if you're starting to lose charges because
yeah, you like
anything,
Evo?
you want them to be extra valuable. So I would say get it to like 6 or something at least. I mean, I don't think there's any.
This is just
hard.
Yeah. No, there's no like hard number, but it is unintuitive because I tend to not bring in these kind of situations where I don't have like a miscellaneous evocable. I don't bring Evo up super high, but maybe it's more valuable when you have less resources.
Yeah, because you still want them to count, right? Obviously, you still need them, and if you do, then you want them to do as much as possible.
Okay. I feel like this is a good find.
It is pretty good. I have a feeling that we probably want to use them soon too. Like instead of bread swing, right? We use them too.
Yeah.
But the thing is, they're also good and extended. So I mean, in the later part of the game, they can be good in some cases. So
yeah, I mean, I find value in them, kind of like even in non-turn count games. So, I presume here we like explore. I don't know, where do we explore? We found all the staircases.
I think you probably want to go towards the north, and then if you don't find anything on your way, like general way, then you have to go back up to layer 3 and then start looking there. Because
Yeah.
we've explored a large part of the store. But again, like I said, be prepared to explore a lot, even if you get less
Well,
lucky.
actually, there's nothing on layer 4. All the S branches are on layer 2, 3.
Wait, what? Why are they? Are they no longer on layer 4?
It appears not.
Was this? Oh,
This might have been a
well,
punt.
yeah, that is. Okay, I'm sorry about that. That is my fault then, because I did tell you to go to layer 4.
It's no big deal. Like, honestly, like, this is just for learning. It's like whether or not we achieve a high score on this run is like inconsequential. It's more about like just me trying to learn this, you know what I mean? And hopefully other people learning as well.
Fair enough.
So I'm not too concerned. Like, I'm a very not results oriented player. Like, you know, for me it's more like I want to learn and I want other people to learn.
Yeah.
So I'm not
I guess the
upset.
silver lining is what Plankenstein said is that we could have found slime, and we do want to go there eventually. So
Yeah.
even without Jiva.
Like, we've already like learned quite a bit. I mean, obviously I don't want to die or waste time, but if it happens, it's not really a super big deal to me. Um It's funny how like the first stone arrow always seems worth it because when I use sandblast, it's like I'm spending no MP. I mean, I know it's an illusion, but when I use the first sandblast, it just immediately goes back to max.
Yeah.
I assume I moved
Just
back
walk it
here.
back a bit and then get to a position where you can boulder them.
Is Boulder? I wonder if Boulder probably is good here when it's against a wall, right?
What do you mean?
Like in this position, Boulder is probably better than like Sandblast Stone Arrow in terms of MP to damage, or maybe Sandblast is still better, although maybe less safe. I don't know.
Yeah, I was just not sure what the wall had to do with it. Do you mean that?
Does it
I mean,
not
the
do?
walls are generally negative for boulder, right? Because it gets lower lifetime by staying next to walls.
My understanding was that it did more damage when it smashed stuff into a wall. Am I wrong?
Uh, okay, you mean like the? Oh, you meant the wall in the back. I thought you meant like the northern
No, no,
walls.
no, no. I mean the wall that it's like on the other side of it. Um,
If you mean the one to the west, then
yeah, I
yeah.
mean this wall right here that I'm
Again,
highlighting.
I'm not sure if how it works with knockback damage. Maybe you're right. I guess we can look at the message log.
But I may be making that up. I don't know if that's how it works. Maybe it is better to just be sandblasting, stone arrowing here.
No, but I mean, boulder's good because you keep them away from you. HV is still a resource if we think about that.
Right, right. Okay, I see. No damage for wall smash, Zeldest thinks. Yeah, I mean, that's something I might have just made up.
Yeah, I thought that was like exactly. It was reserved to the translocation stuff.
I think I might have had some anecdotal evidence from it, like damaging stuff, like when there was a wall behind it or something.
I see.
I don't know if I can take a. I think a pack of Death Yaks would be an issue for me with this character. Oh, it does. Well, the wiki, which
Okay.
is super reliable, says that if it's pushed into a wall or impassable terrain, it takes extra knockback damage. And the boulder also takes damage. Okay.
Okay. So I guess you were right then.
Yeah, I don't know if that's worth it. It doesn't seem
Thanks,
like.
Sigmund.
Yeah, I don't know how much damage it's even doing at 39% power. See, like here, I don't know if I guess I pull back a bit just in case it's a pack. which it is.
Seems reasonable.
Yeah.
Well, you have Boulder and you have Channel Magic, so you know what to do.
That's. You would think I know what to do. Holy Lord, that's a lot of Death Yaks. I wonder if ammo is good here.
Worst case, I'm not sure if you want to use it in this type of situation. Because you do save a bit of turns doing this, but maybe you need it for later if you don't find any other ammo scrolls. And let's say you're doing slime, right? You want to have ammo for the TRJ fight and you don't. Maybe I'm thinking too negatively here.
Yeah, I mean, well, my other option is like just, I mean, kind of running. I don't know if I can like really take this without like otherwise.
No, long term it seems pretty difficult. I agree. Maybe it's not a bad idea to read emo. I mean, you still need to use your resources.
Yeah, I mean, it's either ammo, I think, or it's like kind of move way back.
I mean, this particular turn would also be good for it because Death Yak is poisoned and the boulder's about to do its last thing. So if you wait one more turn, then yeah.
Okay, seems not the best.
You could go north. Just I know that seems strange because then you're going further away from the staircase, but you could go north just to line yourself up with
yeah north.
Other Death Yak.
North seems good if I'm committing to this plan, which I probably should. Otherwise, it's like I don't know. If I move southeast, I'm almost conceding unless I'm like hoping to like I don't know. I feel like I'd be pulling them too far.
Yeah, the thing is, it is true that ammo it's not going to expire by the time you're in the other big room to the southeast, but I think they might just be in a worse relative position for a chain explosion than they would in this case.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I think I agree. Let's try this out. Okay, here, can I reach them? Can I reach somebody else with like a poison? Oh, seems like I can't.
I think you just have to wait.
Yeah, you think wait is better than move northeast?
I'm thinking about this because you still like you could move northeast, and technically this would still have pass wall. You still have pass wall to go through the wall, but it takes like how long does it take to go through the wall with pass wall? If it's 3 walls long, is it like 5 turns or something?
Yeah, it's pretty long. I mean, I guess there is also like I could also at that point move southeast, maybe moving southeast and pass walling with 1 tick of wall is better than that.
Wait. Oh, you can see. Oh, yeah. Sorry, I thought we hadn't explored that tile. Okay, yeah. No, you're right. That's the most realistic one, at least. I guess it's fine to move back if you want to do it then.
I don't know. I think.
I mean, if you do move back, it does mean that I think it takes one yak against one wall, but
yeah,
like if you keep doing more boulders, but I don't think it's a big deal. At the same time, I think staying here is good because then if you have to like throw boulders at them from the east of them instead of diagonally, then you can actually do that. But you can't do that in the other case.
Yeah, so. I think I'm gonna wait. I think it's probably okay to wait, or maybe better. Okay.
And now you can go south, for example, or yeah, if you need to throw, because that boulder is probably gonna get destroyed this turn, is my guess.
Yeah, if I move south, I'll line up with this, but the Hydra will be here. I don't know if that matters.
Yeah.
Like,
I think realistically, what will happen if the Hydra doesn't die from a chain explosion is that it will be to the west of you at some point if you keep moving down. So
Okay. I don't think moving down is horrendous, or like, much.
you can stay here if you want to. I don't think it's also. I think it either works.
I do want to be lined up with. I mean, the thing about moving south that I like is it lines up with the thing that is most likely to be closest to me.
Yeah,
Because he's going to move along a path where he'll never be lined up from here. So I think I will do
yeah.
this.
Until it is adjacent to you, of course.
Right, and then this seems
Yeah,
fine.
this seems good.
Okay, and now the
Let's
Hydra's
hope it
there.
actually.
Maybe I move north again.
And then. Right. Yeah. No, that's not a bad idea. I was thinking about moving south, but no, maybe you're right. This is better because now you guarantee if you move north, you guarantee that you're lining it.
Yeah,
Oh.
I mean, if I move south, he probably moves. I can fire him in a different direction, but I do kind of like firing them kind of in the same. I think.
Yeah,
this
it
is
seems
okay.
efficient.
Yeah.
Okay, I think something happened. Did
Something blew up.
did,
Yeah, a Death Yak blew up. I think this is fine.
this seems to be working at least?
Yeah, somehow. Okay, a Komodo dragon appeared.
I don't think.
But
I think you can still keep going. It will probably be diagonally to the northwest of you, the Komodo dragon. So you'll have another boulder target, if anything.
okay, yeah.
This one's a bit tough. I'm wondering if you should fire at the Komodo dragon and then let the Hydra move one tile. It's probably going to move
East
to the east, right? And then you can knock it back easily without having to move.
Alternatively, if I fire a boulder southwest, well, does that work? Do you think if I move it southwest, the Hydra might move north? I'm not sure what it would do.
Yeah, the thing is, if it moves 2 tiles, then, like you say, it might move north or it might attack it. I'm not sure, but
yeah, it's probably just better to not be cute.
Yeah, looks good.
Okay, that's what I was afraid would happen, but I guess I still have.
Oh, you mean that it just dies immediately?
Yeah.
Or what?
Well, yeah, like basically what just happened. I think you
still have to keep doing it.
Yeah, I could fire again. I think it might just kill it, and it'll be the same situation, except everything else will be like a tile closer. But I mean,
yeah.
The alternative.
What else? The alternative would be to use like a light wand or something. One thing to keep in mind is that because hydras are large or giant or whatever, you are in explosion range right now. So from the hydra.
Yeah, I don't think I die though.
Because it's inner. Yeah, but they do more damage. The larger ones, the 5x5 ones.
Yeah. Well,
but you are right that there's no guarantee that it will be knocked back.
I don't like. I don't think it'll die where it is right. This turn. I don't think that's happening. I don't see how that would happen. I think if I boulder, it's either going to get pushed back or it's going to kill it immediately. And then in that case, the Death Yak is going to be like here and Komodo here. I mean, these things will be closer to the pack at least. I guess that's something, but I don't know. The only other thing is reading telly and disengaging. I dislike warping in these types of situations where everything's immolated.
Okay, Roga suggests pass wall. Let's think about this. Okay, so if you walk to that tile, then it would be. Again, I don't remember how long it takes for pass wall to work. It's like 1 plus whatever flat duration it is.
Yeah, I feel like it takes like 2 to 3
I'm not
turns.
sure if it's 2 or 1. Yeah.
It's like 2 to 3 turns.
1 plus wall depth. Okay, so it's 2 turns. That means that you'll get attacked once by the Hydra if you do it, which honestly is fine if you were to go there right now.
Yeah, like if I move here and then here, the Hydra would be like here and then move attack.
Yeah, it would move and attack.
So I
those
take a hit
two.
from it and probably survive.
Yeah, you'll be fine.
Yeah.
It might honestly be not such a bad idea because you can still keep going. I mean, they're gonna follow you around the corner, but now you have way more distance. So
Because like if I fire a
it doesn't seem like
boulder,
a terrible idea.
I think like it's likely a boulder doesn't really do much here, and if it
Yeah, I mean,
miscasts, it's a
based on what
disaster.
happened last turn, you are correct that it's something to be concerned about.
Yeah. I guess it doesn't matter whether I move southeast or northeast.
I don't think so.
Yeah, well, I'm going to move northeast just to, I don't know, seem safer somehow.
Right, let's hope it's...
Okay, that seems
Yeah,
positive.
that was pretty good. But wait, how many turns was that? Because the Death Yak also got to hit you there, so that was a bit more than just... Can you look at the log? It just seems to... Okay, so it's 1,
Looks like 2 turns.
2, 3, maybe? Yeah. Because it says you continue meditating on the rock 2 times, right? So that would be 1 plus those 2 messages. So that would be 3 turns.
Yeah, I don't know. Oh, it took 3 turns?
3, so I think.
Yeah, I'm kind of baffled as to how the Death Yak got to that north spot. I guess it took 3 turns. I don't know. I'm not like good with
anyway,
that. But
if you want to keep fighting, I guess you can channel and then start walking towards like south, or maybe to the east in general. Yeah.
I thought for sure they'd pop out by now.
Oh yeah, right. Of course. Yeah, that's a good point, Roga.
Oh yeah, I should have taken a look at that. I guess I can look at the recording and tell for sure.
I still think you want to actually fight this now that they're still inflamed.
They appear
because
to
they're
not
going to be very annoying to do.
Yeah, they appear to not be interflame though. At least the Komodo isn't. Oh no, the Komodo never was. That makes sense.
No, but that one was that one came later, so that's...
Yeah.
We still don't know.
Okay,
Nice.
This seems good.
I think so. Yeah. Okay, good. Now this should be it. I think. Move southeast, and then you can fire another boulder, and that should be...
I'm gonna bring fighting to 8 just because it's not an integer. And then after that, I guess I'm gonna bring exegesis up a little more.
Yeah, seems good. Man. Maybe I'm still too optimistic about the boulders.
Yeah,
against
I think they're quite.
Hydras.
I think when it comes to hydras that are 7, 8 heads, it's not good.
Okay. Unfortunately, it seems like it ran out, but at least we do have some fire clouds that we can use for some of the Death Yaks.
Yeah.
So hopefully that will be just enough to kill this pack without too much trouble.
I assume I don't move back because I want to keep these F clouds in sight.
Yeah, I think so. Yep. If anything, you might move forward just to get a better position for the top guys.
Moving forward, you think gives me better position?
It's possible. I'm not sure.
I'm inclined
but I think
to like fire on these guys. I don't know because I'm not sure how.
With the darts, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess so. Yeah.
Seems fine.
It looks like one of them died.
Yeah. Maybe I need to channel again. I
think you might not need to. Or maybe like you don't need that much more MP to finish this fight off.
Oof.
Okay, yeah, now you definitely need to. The one problem with sky sharks is that they can start getting berserk from just hitting the boulder. So
What?
that's one target that yeah, they can because I mean they attack something, right? It's just as if it's a summon. So
Yeah, but they don't have blood.
oh right, that's true.
There's no way. Yeah,
Never mind.
that would
Okay.
shock me because the sky sharks don't work on. I don't even know if they work on me, but they definitely don't work on undead.
Okay, then I'm wrong. Yeah. I thought I had seen that at some point, but yeah, no, you're right. If it's blood that they
Yeah,
have
like they will.
has to be blood, then
Yeah, they'll go off on summons, but not like forge right stuff.
well, I guess you need to channel now. So I mean, if we were in this type of situation, honestly, I would backtrack for Freezing Cloud because of how
good it would be. It'd probably save turns.
yeah, I mean, and we have pass wall. That's the other thing. We can still it still won't take that long to backtrack. I mean, I would guess it would take well a few hundred turns, which does suck, but the other alternative is that we have to do orc with just this. Seems very time consuming. But that's just a hypothetical, so we don't even have that privilege anyway. That Sky Shark took a lot of damage from just one boulder. Or did you fire something else at it?
I might have slipped. I've been slipping in stone arrows, like while they approach.
Maybe that's what it was. I didn't pay enough attention to that.
But... Yeah, I think I hit him with one stone arrow and then a boulder.
Okay, still pretty good.
I think this is like under control now, so that's good. All right, this is like stressful. I don't know, like at this point.
Yeah, maybe it's good to take a break after this fight's over.
Yeah.
If it's in the middle of a floor.
I don't know what to train really. Like maybe some cheap armor or another stealth. I don't know. I don't know if
How many spell levels do you have?
How many what?
Spell levels.
21.
21. Okay, yeah, that's quite a lot. I guess even Earth Magic, I know it sounds strange, but I think even Earth Magic is fine to train just because you still have some things that need spell power. Like Boulder is still not too bad to get higher. Like I can say that now maybe I know you didn't like the spell, but on some characters I've actually killed T-Mons in Swamp with Boulder. Like I've used 2 or 3 boulders and they've died, and I didn't need to use anything else. So the spell is usable much later too. It's just that in a turn count setting, maybe
I mean
it's not ideal to use.
I've come way up on Boulder, at least for turn count, playing this game. So, okay, yeah, I think I'll take a break here because that was stressful. I'm probably on some type of tilt I don't know about. So, and also it's been almost 3.5 hours. So yeah, I think we'll stop here. Yeah, I want to thanks a lot, Flug, for coming in on the stream. Like
no problem. Thank you for letting me be here.
Yeah,
it was fun too.
Yeah, super fun. I've never really done anything like this. I mean, I've had people watch and comment and things like that, especially back in the day, but never like on live, like on a call, like giving like up to date feedback and all that. So I appreciate it.
I think we need more of this type of content, even if it's not like serious. Just people talking about crawl.
Yeah,
it can be fun.
I love doing it, and I love the back and forth. Like people will chime in the chat, but it's more like I don't know. If it's more, I think, engaging when we're on a call and we're like speaking back and forth, rapidly, and we're able to mull over like these type of tactical decisions that come up. Like I think it applies even to non-TC games.
Yeah, and like I said, I feel pretty unsure about a lot of the decisions we made. So I hope this didn't feel like I was just telling you what to do. So
No, not at all.
it's nice if we can have an actual discussion.
I mean, I'm
about what to
ultimately
do.
making the decisions, but I don't think there was anything where I was like, I'm sorry, Flug, I'm gonna have to veto that decision. Like, you know, I'm not like that type of player. Like, I really do try to consider even like people like even sometimes newer players will mention something and it makes me think about it and you know, because they might. There's a lot of things that people who've been playing a long time just kind of hold, and someone new might suggest something that no one who was experienced would. So
Yeah, it happens to me all the time. Like someone might be in spec chat. Zygmunt that's here has actually helped me a bit sometimes, even
yeah. Well, I
though
wouldn't
I've
call
played the
Zygmunt
game longer than him.
yeah, Zygmunt's not a new
Yeah,
player.
but
He's quite good at the
he's a
game.
new player. But I mean, like
He
I've
is?
played the game longer than he has.
Zygmunt's a new
He
player?
isn't a new.
Oh.
No. He isn't a new player. But I'm
Okay.
saying that I've played the game longer than he has, and he still makes remarks often about things that I haven't done, and I'm like, oh yeah, of course I should have done that. Yeah, I just forgot to do that,
Yeah.
and stuff like that. It happens all the time if you make these silly mistakes. So
It happens
just having
especially
someone,
like with players who are outside of my wheelhouse, like you know, like whenever I hear Dilly or other like Korean players, usually like people who don't interact with you know, because they don't speak English, a lot of them, like if they don't interact with the English speaking community, a lot of them have like a different meta, they have different things they use, and you can really learn a lot that way.
yeah, that's true. I mean, remember that for a very long time. I don't even know how it is now, but there was more of a stigma against not doing 15 rune runs in the Korean community. Like everyone was doing 15 rune runs. I think Delhi used to be like an exception,
Yeah,
honestly,
I think that's still
an
true.
acrobat. Uh, so that shapes the opinion of the spells and every balance change a lot in a different way that it would be here in our side of the crawl community.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Uh yeah, I could see that. All right. I'll let you go. Thanks again. We'll you know, I'm gonna be streaming tomorrow around the same time. If Flug wants to join again, I definitely welcome him. I'll welcome him in and we'll be here. So
Yeah, I think I should be available. So,
all right,
but
cool. Yeah, take care everybody. I hope you enjoyed this. I did recently, for anyone who's not in DCSS Discord or Reddit, I recently put up a background tier list. So check that out if you want. Let me know what you think of that. And yeah, I'm gonna sign off. So take care, everybody, and I'll see you soon.